Welcome everyone to the Green Station Lunar Horse Trophy Season number 8. We are in the Grand Finals. Mentality Monsters, who got a forfeit win against Team Kick, who failed to show up yesterday, are now in the Grand Finals versus Direborn, who are probably, or rather, have shown themselves to be the strongest team in the tournament so far. Yuheng, they haven't really dropped too many of their series.
Yeah, so far, based on the match history, Direborn have very convincing 2-0 against Mentality Monster in the group stage, also in the playoff. So according to the history, the matches are kind of one-sided. But today is different. It's completely different. This is the grand final. And Mentality Monster, they have the opportunity to rewrite the story.
And it is former teammates again versus former teammates, right? Bo5 and CJ on opposing sides. You also have Rapido on, against them. Like players, Rapido and Drake, both players from Team Ivory, who were considered long-time rivals of Varosha, who are the roster of Direborn effectively. But Dreamosol being added into Direborn's roster upgrades them quite a bit. And I've always felt that Dreamosol has a bit of, it's a bit of a tragic story in the sense that when I take a look at his game, he has everything, all the boxes ticked out as far as what makes a good carry. Like, he knows how to find his farm, he knows when to farm, he knows when to join his team, and I really feel like, he's had his time at the tier 1 stage, but not too long at the tier 1 stage, and I've always felt that, he deserves a spot at the tier 1 level.
Yeah, exactly. And in this patch, there's a lot of good heroes that actually benefit for Dreamosol, like Cass and Laundry. This two hero is his special signature hero, and every team when they play against Dreamosol, they have to like spam 2 slot of bans just for Dreamosol. You can see in the first banning phase, Mentality Monster already banned out the Cass, already banned out the Laundry, and just for one player, and that tells us that this player value a lot in this drafting in the captain mode, also in this meta. Looking at the draft right now, Centaur first pick from Mentality Monster is a great hero. It's a solid off-laner that can do well against almost most of the matchup. He also can win some like unfavorable matchup because he has really strong nuke damage ability with a Q and W, the double-edged sword and the hoop storm. It does so much damage and it's a pretty solid disable. Also, this hero with his innate, he does not need to buy a boot. He can't buy a boot, but also like allow the hero to have one more extra slot. And he also have really strong base regen, which is one of the best stat in the landing phase in the early game. So the first pick Centaur is a great pick for Mentality Monster, just a great hero overall in this meta as the offlaner. But looking at the Direborn draft, the last pick Pango. Looking at the Direborn draft, they have Darkseer, Earth Spirit, and the Hookwing. They have really strong mid-game tempo that could enable the support of the Earth Spirit to make a lot of tempo, to make a lot of play on the mid-game, and buy time for the Spectre to come online. I wonder what's the next pick here for Direborn.
For Bo5, I know he loves to play with the Invoker, but that's banned out. The Puck is available though, but I haven't really seen too much of Bo5 on a hero like the Puck. So I suppose he'll just opt in for the Spirit, even though I think the Puck would be the best. You have the Darkseer, right? That vacuum against these 3 melee cores of Mentality Monsters. Even the Willow is a support that likes to play up close and personal, not exactly a backline support. So we'll see what Direborn opt into, and the Bo5 decides to change my mind. He does want to play the Puck after all. And I mean, there's very little catch available for the Puck outside of this Tiny's Avalanche. You don't really have anything, so that might be how Direborn get away with this. You are playing a position for Earth Spirit as well as a position for Zeus. I know Juju loves to play the Zeus. Why do you think he has this kind of fascination with this hero?
The hero itself is great. He trade really well with his decent base stat. He has decent base damage, and then he has a strong nuke that helps him to trade well in against most of the melee or against most of the position 4 support. He also has the ability to deward without using sentry. That's something that we don't see in a lot of the heroes. I think only a few Dota 2 hero has that, and support Juice is one of them. Just a great hero. And this hero also can provide huge impact by just pressing one button, which is the Thunder God Wrath. Allow the team to have vision and dealing insane amount of damage with just pressing one button. It's a very easy to play kind of hero, but also have huge impact.
Whose draft do you overall prefer? Since we see all 5 heroes, I assume, I mean, the win condition for Direborn, even though they do have a really good mid lane pick and really good off lane pick, they can't win the game without Dreamosel finding his form and becoming, massive. We saw a Spectre yesterday, which did not work out. For Mentality Monsters, I mean, it's so much easier for the Tiny to farm, so much easier for Repeater to farm, and for Mamang Daya to at least be even. So who do you think is going to be coming out ahead, at least on paper?
I really like to. I would like to play on the Direborn draft. Like you mentioned, there's not a lot of catch for the puck beside Tiny Avalanche. The other disable ability, they are not very reliable. Not the hard control to stop the puck. It looks like almost a free puck game, and also they have really strong mid game tempo. Spectre can always join fight with the Haunt, and then they have Earth Spirit with the Darkseer, also a very strong mid game hero. But they might struggle in the landing phase. But I guess that's okay. So looking at the draft here, I still prefer the Radiant draft. Yeah, on Direborn. And for the Dire side, they actually heavily rely on the mid laner to do well. They need Mama Daya to do well. Even he's the Grandmaster Pango player, but I feel like Pango is not easy to play in most of the game. It's not a very stable hero compared to other spirit hero. They have to be like master tier or grandmaster tier above to make this hero looks really good. Even like Mama Daya is a grandmaster tier Pangolier player, but it's not that easy to make this hero work. Compared to Park, Park is a lot easier to play. So I prefer Radiant draft.
Yeah, but I mean, Puck is kind of like go in, get out, and in between of doing so, you're almost guaranteed to get a kill. This Zeus should be a free kill for this Puck later on once you have the Witchblade as well as a Blink Dagger. How do you imagine that the side of Mentality Monsters, they actually create some lockdown for the Puck? Because currently, I don't think the Avalanche and the Hoofstomp are enough.
Yeah, maybe getting a use on the Dark Below with the Use Scepter, he could sell for the Bamboo Mace into the Curse Count and Terrorize. That's another maybe 6 seconds at least, or maybe longer duration of chain stun. That's another way for Mentality Monster to answer for the Puck. Beside that, maybe a Nimbus, getting a mid late game Nimbus on the Juice. That could be another way to somehow catch or lock down the puck, and then hopefully the other control, the other control disable ability comes in after that.
A bit of friendly banter between both sides, I suppose. I mean, a lot of these players have been former teammates. A lot of these players have been rivals for so long that it's I suppose an interesting level of banter. We have seen Siege. I mean, the Blast Slam qualifiers are right around the corner. I don't. Well, after TI is the one that's right around the corner. You can almost see it. In about 2 days, there was a typhoon. Did you know that, Suheng? There was a typhoon in China, and so many of the flights got delayed or cancelled.
I saw that news, and I saw that I think it was Mira, the support player from Aurora. He tweeted or maybe make a public post say that if all the flight got cancelled, he will find a way to get to Shanghai through the train or the buses or something.
I didn't know you can get to China on a train. That's interesting.
I mean, he's like at the other side of the China, but I no idea where is it. Maybe Beijing, the other side of China. But he can't fly to Shanghai because of the flight delay or something.
I mean, China, when you look at the world map, for some reason, our part of the world seems a lot smaller than it is. But China, you take a look at on the world map, it can be deceptive because China is huge. I remember one of my friends, Tea Time, he's a Counter-Strike caster. He goes to China for hosting Counter-Strike LANs there. And in between of China, you have to take multiple flights, right? You have to take, like, there are, what do you call it? Like what's the actual word where you have you have layover flights within China to get to your destination, so you often have multiple flights to get to one place in China. It's very interesting, but I think all the teams are now in TI. I think all the teams have now settled in, or maybe not settled in, but they have arrived in Shanghai. Curious to know where Thompson is though. Because he's the one that's going to be playing for LGD on the mid lane.
Yeah.
And since it was a very last-minute replacement, I'm not sure if he's there yet.
I hope he's there. He's the two-time TI champion. It would be nice to watch him play in Shanghai.
Imagine if KJ's promise is fulfilled at the back of Thompson coming back to a professional Dota. That would be very interesting.
Yeah. Here on the game, we see a 5-man spoke coming from Mentality Monster. They have the stronger level 1 team fight or fighting potential with the level 1 stun from the Hoopstorm or Avalanche, or even the Arc Lightning. It's a really strong level 1 fighting ability. If you hit like 5 heroes with one Arc Lightning, it does a lot of damage at the level 1 fight. I don't think Direborn want to run into this level 1 fight here.
Yeah, the smoke is going to break. The puck is never going to walk up there. And they do have squishy heroes on Direborn. Sure, the Earth Spirit is tanky, but this is an Earth Spirit support. He's not really going to have the same kind of itemization for that tankiness. He's not going to have that Sanj and Kaya that most Earth Spirits do. Maybe he doesn't even get to that vessel. So, the puck, Hoodwink, Spectre, even the Spectre isn't that tanky early on until he gets a stat-based item. So, you have to be careful of the damage output that can be sent out by Mentality Monsters. They have 3 heroes here, but unfortunately, CJ, he's already in the lane.
Yeah, they're gonna try to kill the range trip. This is some advanced trick a pro player invented after the patch nerf on the first. They used to do like the first wave blocking on the top side. The Radiant hero will block the Radiant, will block the Dire creep wave, so the Radiant creep will enter the tier 1 tower, and the wave will push out to the Radiant side. That's what people do in the previous patch, but after they nerfed that, they were doing this range creep, level 1 killing thing at the start of the first lane to make sure they secure or at least like push out the wave into the tower. We can see the Radiant wave now is already entered the Radiant, the Dire tower, which means at least they will get some last hit, and maybe the wave will push out a little bit. Okay, only half of the wave entered the tower, so it's still okay for Mentality Monster now for the lane wave positioning.
Yeah, I mean, CJ, the Tiny's right clicks, they do so much damage that often at times you don't even need a Quelling Blade on this Tiny. You save a bit of gold there, and there's no way that Vomi or even PB, these 2 melee heroes, do anything to CJ. But I'm curious as to why there's a Zeus here. In fact, DB, he takes it in a Blood Grenade. Yudu doesn't actually go for the chase. He does manage to find the Lost Chain Lightning and draws away first blood on DB. Well, I guess that answers the question as to why the Zeus is here.
Yeah, I guess the tree troll provide the just enough vision for Juju to cast his last Arc Lightning and secure the first blood. That's a great start for Juice getting the extra goal on the first blood. And now because of the death of Earth Spirit, Juice get to pull the Smoke Ham. And this lane looks really good already for Mentality Monster, at least for the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, we should be having a decent enough time. Meanwhile, mid side, we've seen the Pangolier versus the Puck several times over. I feel like we have now been bored of this particular matchup. You'll probably see it a lot more in TI unless there's a significant patch. But Mamang Daya versus Pota 2, that's a conversation that maybe we can have. Pota 2, one of the best mid lane players in Southeast Asia currently. Actually, one of the highest ranked. I don't know if he still has the highest rank from the MMR change, but he was right below Jackie on that leaderboard, which is very impressive.
Yeah, I think he was is he the first C player that reached 17,000? I think he was the first guy who reached 17,000, and then that's how all his teammates changed the name to from Vomi changed to Voda 2, and then DB changed to DB, and then DB tier 2, something like that. Because he reached 17,000 in first guy to reach 17,000 in C region.
What about Deco then? Or yeah, what about Deco then? Why isn't his name changed? Like why? That's
No idea.
Hoodwink being, I would say, a hoodwink in real life. Spectre plus the hoodwink is this is interesting because both sides have position 5s which are not traditional position 5 heroes. The hoodwink is usually on the pos 4 role. Zeus is usually, at least as far as Juju is concerned, he likes to play it on the pos 4, but even he's on that safe lane. Well, what does the hoodwink offer in this scenario? Now you do have that break mechanism coming in with sharpshooter against Rapido, against that centaur, and in fact against that tiny to break his status resistance. That could be a big one, but this should be, I would say, a decent lane
tiny.
for
Look at
Rapido.
top.
Oh, Womi.
They got a kill on Dux here.
Yeah, he goes down. I mean, Mentality Monsters, I mean, they're 2 kills up. Not really a bad start against a team like Direborn, and they are actually winning the last hit exchange. You can take a look at this pop. Pota 2, he's been forced out of his lane.
Oh no, like all 3 lane, they are actually doing really good for Mentality Monster. They're owning top, and this lane is gonna get harder as Zeus get higher level and more mana. It's gonna spam out of spend all the mana to zone out the Darkseer or the Earth Spirit. And for the mid lane, like every source buckle damage on the park actually take away 1/3 of his health. Let me check if he has a Bright Stone. Okay, he has a Bright Stone on Pango there. That's gonna amplify all his damage output. Every source buckle is gonna take away 1/3 of the park HP, which is a lot. Look at that. Ooh. It's gonna be very hard for Park to play this lane because Park has really low base armor, and the source buckle damage with the amplify damage from the op of Bright is so strong.
Deco drops down an observer ward spot out. Juju, who is right there, the Spectral Dagger will be sent out, but Dream Assault, he can't go in for the chase because there are 3 available from Mentality Monsters. Juju is taking in several bats of damage as DB will jump in but misses his Boulder Smash. DB is likely to fall down first as Dream Assault finds the trade, sticks his ground against Drake as a Bushwhack misses the Willow, but they might still be able to get this kill. No Curse Crown available. The Spectral Dagger was not enough, but Dream Assault will go in for the last right click. A double kill for the Spectre, definitely not worth it for Mentality Monsters.
Yeah. Spectre fighting in the out of the lane, which means he can always dish out the damage from the Desolate, which benefit for the Spectre a lot. And Spectre is such a strong hero. If he fight outside of the lane, if he chase someone down with the Spectre dagger, and then he just hits so hard with the free pure damage from the innate, and giving him a double kill like this, which means he also has a full on Shadow complete, allow him to get to level 6 a bit faster. Not the start they want to give it to Dreamer Cell Spectre.
Widow comes in once more, drops down the Bramble Maze. Dream Assault gets held back, and the Curse, or rather the Shadow Realm Strike also kicks in. Why does the Willow have so many spells, Yuheng? I feel like the Shadow Realm gives him 1 more spell, then his ultimate is a Terrorize plus the Bedlam. Both of them are very good abilities. Like, how does he have 6 spells?
Compared to Evoker, is maybe still okay.
Shrine of Wisdom is spawning soon. Rapido very low on his HP and might actually go down. No, Dream Assault will decide not to dive that tier 1 tower. Probably the right decision. Mentality Monsters will secure their own shrine and they're making a go for the Radiant Shrine of Wisdom too. Mabang Daya is here with the swashbuckle and does have the Rolling Thunder available. Will just activate a DB, now stuck inside of his own shrine, will likely to fall down, but Pota 2 is here. It doesn't change a thing though. They will lose both shrines regardless. And for Direborn, they are gonna lose even more. 3 heroes fall, Yuheng. Even Dream Cell dies towards that bot side.
Yeah, not looking good. As this 7-minute mark, they lost both of the shrine, also lost so many heroes on the map. And which means the mid-game transition is going to be really hard for Direborn. They are playing from behind and they don't have the levels to recover. And also Dire, they are really happy to just sit back and trade farm with their hero. Once they hit the item, get some Blink, Shadow Blade on Tiny, or Diffuser Blade complete on Mamang Daya, they are ready to just keep the ball rolling. Now they need to wait for Spectre level 6 to have some impact or some opportunity to get some kill on the map.
It's going to be a pretty
And the
late
best kill-
Radiance as well, because I mean, sure, he has 2 kills, but his team is suffering, and that only will increase the tempo for Mentality Monsters. Supports have 1 or 2 levels each of a difference right now.
Yeah. We're gonna see an early level 6 on the Juice. He's really close to level 6 already. And once they hit 6 on Juice, maybe they can play a bit more aggressive. With the extra damage coming from the Thunder God Wrath, they can easily get a kill on the map.
300 damage with the Thunder God's Wrath is like half of the HP of the Hoodwink at this point.
Yeah, that's a lot. Level 6 already on the Centaur. And good thing about Dux here is you can jungle. And oh, there's a Hell Dominator complete as well on Rubido. Yeah, Hell Dominator on the Dux here, both off laner. Got the Hell Dom. That's gonna help them to get some farm on the map. And this Hell Dominator is gonna allow Centaur to kick out the support or push out the wave a bit further. You're gonna see a rotation coming from the Pango. That's a great one. And if you kill a Spectre here, it would be nice. Unfortunately, he has no Diffuser Blade yet, so he's here a bit too early. Maybe it's better if he come after the Diffuser Blade to have higher chance to getting a kill. He does need the extra slow to do the chase stun with the Rolling Thunder.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There are opposing observer wards in this position. Mamang Daya, though, will actually not choose to do anything with the shield rune. He could have dove in that tower, but with the tiny hair, they'll be able to take a tower down regardless. Now, the side of Direborn, they're attempting to pressure that top side tower. It's not really working. The Darkseer isn't exactly known for his tower pressure.
Yeah, great rotation from CJ. Oh, Puck actually got killed in the middle. Wow.
Oh no, I don't even know how that happens. There's literally no stun available between both of these two. I don't even think the Hoodwink was involved. No control coming out from the Hoodwink. And that is shaky. Bo5 is not having the good start. But that's Direborn, right? Often at times, they don't have a good start. Often at times, they have a very fast start. But regardless, they do manage to fight back quite well. DB is in a bit of a bind. But with the Bedlam, his bind is, well, he's going to get stuck doing that. Dreamosol, he does use the Haunt. Womi was able to find the kill on Juju inside of the triangle. But Dreamosol, he's trying to help out his Hoodwink. Won't be successful. Mamang Daya will take out Deco and just run away with the haste rune.
Okay, nice use of the Spectre Horn. I guess it was the Hell of Dominator creep of Womi. He sent it to the Juice, and then he saw Spectre saw the Juice is very low on HP, so he haunted to collect the kill. And then he jumped to the middle, trying to help his support Hoodwink, but unfortunately he can't really do much to the Rolling Thunder. But there's some extra kill for Dreamosol. He's level 7 now, and that will help him to get to the Radiance a bit faster. He has 2.2k gold in the bank at 11 minutes as a Spectre. That's considered not bad. Bottom.
Rapido will get smashed in. DB will find the rolling boulder, and Rapido will just activate the Centaur Stampede and just walk away. But I suppose even forcing that ability is a win at the end of the day. The problem is, you have a Hoodwink, you have Mamang Daya as well as Juju coming in. Dreamosol now slowed down by that Diffusal Blade, Thunder God's Wrath to come out, and Dreamosol is dead. DB hit by the Terrorize, walking back. Not of his own choice, of course, and Mamang Daya will be able to find that kill. 2 heroes fall for Direborn, and this is a 5,000 net worth advantage for Mentality Monsters.
That's a huge lead for Mentality Monster at this early on. And then, another kill in the middle. That's a solo kill without the Rolling Thunder. Wow.
Yeah, tip set from Among Daya, who is 4-0-3 right now, and again, not exactly a great game for Bo5. He's 0-2 right now, but even then doesn't have too many lost hits. He's almost dropped down so far away in net worth that the Willow from the opposing team is going to overtake him soon if he doesn't change or get his act together.
Yeah, there's only a close to 500 gold gap between the Willow support and the mid Puck. That's yeah, that number tells us that Puck is having a real rough game. Oh no, and Tiny about to get his Shadow Blade soon, so there will be a lot of map pressure for the Puck this game. He can't just go to the side and do the free split push because there will be a Tiny always looking around watching with the chain disable. And I'm not sure how Pro2 is gonna recover from this game, but I guess he always farm the jungle, but it's gonna be a bit slower. Yeah, and now the Radiant jungle also getting occupied by some of the Dire heroes. You can see Willow stealing some farm here in the Radiant jungle. Then Deco also not very close to level 6, still level 5. He does need the level 6 to be useful so that he might get a kill with the Puck, Dream Coil, and the Sharpshooter combo. Oh no, he's in trouble.
Deco is in trouble. He does dodge away the Bramble Maze, but the problem is you can't really dodge away Among Daya. He is right on top, will be able to pick up another kill, 7,000 of a lead, only 3 kills for Direborn, 2 of them were Dreamosol. And, I mean, where is the comeback supposed to come from? You want to get to this Radiant, sure, but even Vomi is in trouble. CJ is possibly gonna die to the Magnetize and will fall, but in the end, it's still Mentality Monsters. They punish everyone who was in that position.
Okay, so 1-for-3 or 1-for-2 exchange? I guess it's a 1-for-3. Oh wait.
It's a 1-for-2. The third hero
1-for-2.
died on the bot lane, but I mean they get the Shrine
Okay.
of Wisdom too, so we can consider that a hero. It's 1,000 experience.
Yeah, there's a lot of gold and experience gained for the Dire side in the last fight in that top engagement. But good thing is they get a kill on Tiny. So even it's a 1-for-2 exchange, at least they get a big kill on the Tiny. That slow down his farm a little bit. Slow down his Shadow Blade. Also, they get a lot of experience from killing the big Tiny. And Spectre got out safe. That's very important. Because of that, he has the second relic already. 15-minute second relic. Now he's like 1,000 gold to his Radiance. So we are looking at 70-minute Radiance Spectre. They still have a lot of good late game potential with this hero. They just need to not feed too much on the rest of the hero. Allow Spectre to play with the Horn. Every time they have the Horns off cooldown, they can play a bit more aggressive and look for some kill. But before that, they can play a bit more defensive and wait for the other team to overcommit and then play for the reacting play. Now they need to chill on Direborn to recover.
Hopefully they'll be able to chill. I mean, it seems hard because they're not really given the space to chill outside of Dreamosol. He really loves his jungle. We've seen him. Remember his Necrophos yesterday? This is his home, Yuhang. He is a homebody. Deco underneath an Observer Ward, but also underneath that Hoof Stomp, a quick and easy swashbuckle as well as a shield crash will be his end. Among Daya now picks up the Blink Dagger.
Wing level 6, 1.6k net worth. He only has a boost of speed and magic wand that might help him to survive, but that is not gonna do much against the Pangolier. Only that shield crash of Buckle is enough to take him down. Oh.
Womi couldn't get the surge off in time and will just die. That is a solo kill found by CJ, and even towards the side near the triangle is going to be a dead DB. Deco does find a 2-man bushwhack, but what does that really achieve? As the Hoodwink's going to be sent up into the air as well. And CJ will find a double kill. 12,000 of a lead now against Direborn, 4th and 19 as they're losing their tier 2 tower at the 16.5 minute mark. And even Dreamosol is about to go down.
Oh, no.
This is perhaps the I mean, I don't know. I did not expect Direborn to be stomped this hard.
Yeah, me too. I didn't expect they lost this mid-early game this hard. Losing hero all across the map, and the whole wing just died to one spell and 2 likely off Tiny. Oh, gonna be a rough game. I'm not sure if they have that opportunity to recover to this game because they're very far behind right now.
Pota2 does recover in his net worth placement. He's now ahead of that of Mamang I'm not or rather of Dream Assault, but I'm not sure if that's what they want out of this situation. Radiance still very far away, and 18 to 19 minute Radiance, and even when he gets that, it's not as if the Spectre has easy targets outside of just this one Zeus.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to enter the fight. There's too many AoE control as well. Like the Bamboo Mace also kind of annoying for the Spectre to go in. If he's stuck, he couldn't run. Oh, Tiny getting got on here.
They do fine, and Dream Assault also comes in with the Bushwhack coming in by Deco. Sharpshooter as well, planted on everything on CJ, and he will eventually go down. DB has made the trade, and Dream Assault, he is trying to huddle up near the trees. Mamang Daya is not able to catch him, but eventually they might know. Surge comes in by Bomi. They will keep Dream Assault alive, and they will take out Drake as well. Although, no, Drake seems to be fine here, so it will just be a 1-for-1, but for the first time, Direborn get the favorable exchange.
That's a really good kill, and once again, it's on the Tiny, the most farm hero on the Dire side, the most valuable kill they can get. The Spectre Horn. Yeah, they lost the Earth Spirit, but still, I'm looking at the fight recap. Again, like, almost 1,000 gold. Almost 1,000 gold, and quite a lot of experience for Direborn in that engagement. Also, one thing that I did point out is there's a... Oh wait, hold that thought. Daxia getting got on here.
Yeah, Surge cancels by the yield. Rapido will just come in with a Hoop Stomp. There's that Swashbuckle, and Mamang Daya will end it with a Shield Crash.
Just now, when the last fight, Pango used his Slowing Thunder, trying to kill the Spectre and stop the Spectre from running away after killing the Tiny. There was something that on the Radiant Jungle hard camp. Yeah, this one, the part. This one. This is the one. There's something on the op, and it blocked the Rolling Thunder, and that saved Dream Assault.
Is it this tent here?
Yeah, it was the thing. Something stopped the roll, and then because of that, Dream Assault survived.
Deco does also go down. CJ finds a quick and easy kill, and you know, even though they found the kills on CJ, like it's a big kill, highest farm hero, like you mentioned. I don't know what it changes for Direborn. Like they're no closer to finding a comeback than they were before they took down CJ.
At least that kill will stop Mentally Monster to snowball harder. It's gonna delay the tempo a little bit. Oh, nice dodge on the Hoop Stomp.
And they are teleporting their heroes in. I'm not sure if they want to take a fight. Mamang Daya has kind of wasted his Rolling Thunder, but he has the Arcane Rune, so he's not going to be thinking about that all that much.
Okay, good thing is Pota2 managed to get his core item, which is a Reach Blade and the Blink Dagger. Reach Blade helps him to solo kill the backline. Blink Dagger allows him to go in and out. Oh, Pango.
In trouble inside of the Dream Coil. Sharpshooter will also be coming out, but the Hoodwink manages to actually find it. However, Mamang Daya will still go in, has the invisibility rune, and will just blink back. Pota2 though will just die on that backline. Caught by Drake. And the Spectre has his haunt. I wonder if he's thinking about going in, but will just decide against it. Too risky for Dream Assault. Oh no, they even lose Deco. He was trying to farm up the creep wave. Daya Prime. Yeah, that sounds like an energy drink.
Yeah. No wonder they brought in Mamang Daya to the team. It's really good. It's really on form, locked into play, and never fail to impress us. And that play with the Arcane Rune, he actually survived for so long, and I can see this is why the Spectre want to commit for this kill, because he has the Arcane Rune. He can always jump in and out. Spectre jump in, he might not be able to finish target because of the Diffuser Blade. It slows the Spectre, and he can just walk away and jump away. Might even kill the Spectre too. Bottom.
DB is dead first. Dream Assault trying to contest against Mentality Monsters. It's a great wall of replica planted down, and CJ once again in big trouble. Will guarantee die here, and Direborn, they get a big exchange this time around. It's a 2-for-1, but it's also Dream Assault who takes apart Drake's Wicked 6 streak.
That's a lot of gold for the Spectre. One of the best late game hero that you don't want to feed him the kills. And once again, it's the same situation. They commit for the Earth Spirit, and then Tiny got punished, lost his life. He went in, he couldn't get out safe, and I guess the CJ need to stop doing this. They need to play with the Pango. Pango is a playmaker in this mid game. One Rolling Thunder, one easy team fight, got out safe, and then keep doing that again and again. That's how they keep the ball rolling. That's how the Dire team should play to keep the advantage. And instead of giving some kills in this exchange, it's not worth it. They can look at the top middle right now. There's another big objective. At Mentally Monster, they have to take that right now. And then maybe look to play around the top Russian area instead of go for this kind of random pick off. Because when they are winning, when the team is leading so much net worth, all these kill or support that don't matter that much because it's not gonna give that much of goal top lane.
DB is gonna get caught. There's that Thunder God's Wrath,
Okay.
and as well as a Nimbus. There's a Nimbus on Juju, an Aghanim Scepter built up. He doesn't even have to be outside of his base. He can just play from inside. But knowing Juju and knowing all Zeus players, they will take as much farm as they can get. He even has a short.
Yeah. I guess he bought the shard first and then he just farmed in the jungle until he got his Nimbus. So he's able to provide some impact with the Nimbus stun. And once he hit level 20 with the extra 0.5 second stun duration, that's gonna help him to do a lot more impact with the Nimbus.
Yeah,
Okay, a free
nearly
shot for-
1 second of a stun for the Zeus with that level 20 talent.
Yeah, but it still mattered a lot. The extra 1 second stun might be able to help them to follow up with another ability to catch the puck. That's actually a lot.
There should be an item in the game that increases stun duration.
Oh. Like
the increase in magic damage that you do, like with the Kaya, it should be a stun one. As
Big fight coming.
they tried to disengage on Direborn, unfortunately, Womi will be the one left behind. In fact, DB will also get caught. I could have sworn he rolled away, but I guess not.
Really good going under spell usage from Momandaya. Another arcane rune. Oh my. So lucky. And now because of these 2 kills, that's gonna open up the Roshan for Mentally Monster. This is the textbook play that they should go for in a pro match like this. They should just go for this play, get a kill, get the map, and then get the Roshan to keep snowballing. Pona 2 looks like he's thinking about to go for the steal. They do have the Spectre Horn. That's a potential. They can maybe get a kill or get the EJ steal. That would be nice if they can do it.
They also do have the shield rune on Buddha too. So he has that additional buffer to make sure that he can at the very least get out. Has the Blink Dagger available. The rest of Direborn, they respawn very quickly because of how far behind they are. So it'll be Buddha 2 who will jump in, but Rapido, he gets that backline. CJ will fight a 2-man avalanche. Vacuum does come in alongside that Vault of Replica. Unfortunately, has not done a single thing. Buddha 2 has fallen, Womi will die too, and that spectral haunt that you spoke about, Yuheng, Dreamosel was too afraid to even join his team.
Yeah, that's a... Oh, wait. Speaking of
Oh
Spectre,
no,
he's gonna get caught.
Dreamosel, he might as well have died with his team. Now that he's gonna die alone, will feel lonely with this death. Curse Crown is gonna be planted down, he will get stunned up, and one smack from CJ will send his soul back to the fountain.
The fight started outside the Roche pit. Pub commit with a Dream Coin. I feel like he should just keep poking with the Illusionary Orb instead of commit the Dream Coin on an unnecessary target. And that opened up an opportunity for the Centaur and Tiny to vent in. They cast a perfect chain stun on both support at the back. The Avalanche Toss keep 2 support together inside the Nimbus radius, and they kill them both to start the fight. And the Darkseer come in follow with the Vacuum Wall, but that is not gonna matter anything after the both support going down in the fight. And that's why I expected they want to go in, because they know that this is not how they want to start the fight. And now they have a huge disadvantage already. Tiny has the Aegis, also the Silver Edge to deal with the Spectre to disable the passive. They can start to take some tier 2 down with this Tiny Aegis. He also has a BKB, which means he can go in and out. He also has an Aegis, which means he has a lot of insurance. Don't need to worry about getting counterplay by the Park or the Spectre anymore.
Yeah, the damage output coming in from Mentality Monsters is just simply way too high right now. Even if it's just CJ and the Zeus, that's still over 2,000 damage. And
yeah,
they don't have that much HP. The Buccaneer doesn't have 2,000 HP. Neither does Womi. Neither does the Hoodwink. In fact, no matter who I click, none of them have 2,000 HP.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
yeah. Without 2,000 HP, they'll just die to the chain stun and some damage ability. Zeus is going for the refresher op, he already has the Kaya for some extra spell M. So all his abilities gonna do a lot of damage. He also can just play the fight in the base now to make sure he can have all the spell enough mana of casting all his spell. He's doing jungle on his side to let all his teammates to push the bottom lane. There's a pipe on Rubido, also the Lotus Op is pretty tanky right now with 3000 health. A tier 2 tower down, they can try to push another tier 2 middle.
Dire's structures are fortified.
By the way, there's
Yeah.
not a single tier 1 tower. I mean, all the tier 1 towers still alive, still standing for Mentality Monster. Oh, Puck.
Well, Puck doesn't do much standing.
Yeah, it's gone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
As far as the buybacks are concerned, none of the 5 have a buyback. Actually, the Puck now gets one. That is, I suppose, something going their way. They've decided to give up their first lane of barracks, Yuheng, without any kind of contention.
Yeah, they can't fight. It's just better to give the Rex right now, and hopefully they push out other lane a bit further, and that might buy some time for Direborn. So they're doing a great job pushing out the top and middle lane. We managed to take down a tier 1 tower. Still a decent exchange. Still the best. Oh, a spirit's gonna get caught. Free kill for Tiny. So much damage.
Yeah, it's I mean, there's nothing you can do when CJ shows up. No matter who is there in that position, will just get picked off, and it's better DB than any of your cores.
Yeah.
It's just rough. It's a 26,000 lead at the 28-minute mark. This is not the kind of game that I expected from Direborn, but it is a best of 5. It's a marathon. You know, it's not a sprint.
Yeah.
Direborn, at the end of the day, they're probably already thinking about the next game. I would if I were in that position. As Mamang Daya goes in at the back of a 2-man Hoof Stomp, the Terrorize also comes in as a vacuum by Vomi is not going to result in anything. Dreamosol will decide this time around to join his team, with the GG call has already been sent out. Direborn tap out of game number 1, and Mamang Daya on a Beyond Godlike streak. In fact, everyone from Mentality Monsters, quite frankly, came prepared.
Yeah, this game on. Maybe it's just a warm-up for Direborn. And like you say, it's a marathon, it's a best of 5. Anything can happen in this best of 5 series. Maybe just only one game. Only one game, maybe it don't matter that much, but it might hurt a little bit to the team morale. Also give some momentum to Mentality Monster. I'm looking forward to see the second game of the series.
Definitely will be. I mean, from what I know of Direborn is that, you know, of course, it is a bit of a loss to your Mentos when you lose that game. But if anyone can recover, it's Bo5, right? You don't get to the top of the rank leaderboards without knowing a thing or two about comebacks and how to keep yourself calm and composed. We'll see if that will be the case, or if Mentality Monsters will just prove to be the monsters under the bed. As we head for a short break, but we'll be right back with Grand Station Lunar Horse Trophy, the grand finals to close out season number 8. Right after a short break, don't go anywhere and stay tuned. Welcome back, guys, to the current station Lunar Horse Trophy Grand Finals. Mentality Monsters 1 game up, and Direborn need to actually make that comeback. And I say comeback because even though they're only 1 game down in the best of 5, the way that they lost Yu Heng, that was something that was very unexpected.
Yeah, and finally, Mentality Monster managed to break the curse, managed to take 1 game against Direborn in this grand final to make this grand final series a bit more interesting. For the draft opening, almost the same for the first 3 pick, Earth Spirit, Hookwing, and the Centaur. But the Zeus got banned in the first banning phase, so they go for the Warlock.
And that's Juju's second most preferred hero, but Mentality Monsters, they'll go for the Doom against the Necrophos, immediately pick that one up. I'm surprised that Direborn did not ban that out. Direborn do also ban out CJ's Meepo. It's been a while since I've seen that Meepo.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I see CJ Meepo. I really like this Doom pick. It's great versus the Axe. It used to be, when Doom is popular, it used to be the answer to the Axe, because you can always devour to break the battle hunger to take just with 1 spell, and then he also has the counter healing with the ultimate ability of Doom to counter the Necrophos, and the healing is one of the biggest strength of Necrophos, but Doom just totally countered that. And this looks like a pretty good Necro pick, but actually it's not. I don't like the Necro pick into the Warlock and the Dark Willow, because these two support they have a lot of spell that could limit the Necrophos movement with the Upheaver, the Bamboo Maze. And Necrophos, you can buy some like something like a BKB or Mental Style to dispel all this annoying ability, but still it's not fun playing against Necro into the Warlock and Dark Willow.
Direborn do ban out or rather pick up the Axe plus Necro, as well as the Earth Spirit and Hoodwing. That's a lot of AoE combo they have. I just don't see how they can land those AoEs, because Mentality Monsters, they have very separational heroes, right? Doom's doing his own thing in a team fight, Centaur's doing his own thing, Warlock is a backline support, and the Willow is going to be in the Shadow Realm. But if you do manage to catch this Willow or this Warlock, they're probably going to be easy deaths. But which carry do you think MM should be going for? Or rather, actually, this should just be a Doom carry.
Yeah, this should be the Doom carry, because they pick it to deal with the Doom, to deal with the Axe, and they are missing a mid laner here, and we see Pangolia. Embassy also got banned by Direborn.
I don't know if Mamang Daya plays a Mortha mid, but that would be pretty good against a Necro.
Oh yeah, Mortha mid is great. One of the best carry versus the Necrophos. They still have the option by putting the Doom mid and then pick the Mortha, but I feel like it's a bit too much, a bit too greedy, focusing too much on the Necrophos. The Doom carry is good enough, and they can pick another tempo type of mid hero for Mamandaya. Amber out, and Evoker and Park also get banned out. There's no Pango. So the Void Spirit or the Storm still in the pool, but Void Spirit is more like the Mamandaya hero.
He is. Void Spirit is, well, or you can go for something like the Storm for Mamandaya too. But the problem with all of the spirits is that it's again going to be the Axe. Whether or not you can survive, you don't have any defensive supports outside of the. So going for a spirit pick could be a bit risky. Yeah. I am curious as to what they are going to opt into for Mentality Monsters.
There's not a lot of good options left. I don't think they want to go for QOP. It's not bad, but I don't really like it here. Just go for some standard, maybe Spirit Hero is okay. Okay, they go for the Snapfire. I remember Mamandaya, he played really well with this hero. He got some good solo kill with Snapfire in the previous series. Still a great hero.
I would actually say that Krish is the best Snapfire player in the tournament, or used to be the best Snapfire player in the tournament. Carsens, unfortunately, were not able to make it into the playoffs, but Direborn, they see the Snapfire. They have a lot of options. I would actually imagine the Queen of Pain, like the one that you pointed out, is really good for Direborn. Axe, Berserker's Call, you have the Earth Spirit, you have so much magical damage. You add in pure damage as well, and I don't see Mentality Monster surviving that.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, now I remember it. So the last time when Mama Daya plays Starfire, he also up against the Earth Spirit, and he's got like 2 times solo kill in the mid lane. Oh, looks like they are playing the same matchup again, and by picking the Disruptor between. This is the mid Earth Spirit. I guess it was the same team as well. Mama Daya playing against Pota 2 Earth Spirit in the last matchup when he played Starfire. Maybe in the playoff. Let me double check.
Sure. At the same time, Pota 2, I mean, on the Earth Spirit is a scary prospect for Mentality monsters. Mamang Daya, you don't have the same kind of catch potential that Mentality, that Direborn have, right? You only have the Hoof Stomp for your Mortimer setup, so that Mamang Daya might just opt in to play a close range Snapfire, play with the innate there. But the Disruptor pick is scary, because Disruptor means that the Snapfire is just going to get glimpsed back into the fight if he decides to blink away or cookie away or anything like that. And if you get hit by the Static Storm, Snapfire is one of those heroes that if you silence him down, if you disable him, he's kind of useless in the fight.
Yeah, I just checked the top buff. Yeah, is Sapphire playing a Spirit, Mamang Daya playing against Pota 2 in the playoff upper bracket semi-final. Even though Direborn, they won the series 2-0, but I remember in the lane, Snapfire got 2 times or maybe 2 times solo kill against Pota 2 Snapfire, a Spirit in the mid lane. Not sure if that's the same thing will happen here in this game.
Well, I mean, last game he did get a solo kill, so assuming he's playing the same way, then maybe Pota 2 will have to be a bit more careful. Whose drop do you like better right now?
I really like the Dire draft because of this Doom pick. It actually is a really strong safe laner. People don't do Doom safe lane that much after the facet remove, but I still feel like the hero is great on the safe lane. Because this is a slow tempo type of hero. He wants to farm, get levels, and then farm radiance and just play with the long cooldown ability. It's kind of similar concept to the Necroforce. But Doom is like a much better safe laner compared to the Necroforce because he has a lot of better lane game potential with the ultimate ability. He has a potential to just delete one hero in the fight. Compared to Necro, rely on someone else to do damage in order for his Ripper side to be useful.
Those are a lot of tips being sent out across the board and a lot of all chat happening. I'd like to see all chat. I want to see players flame each other, not in an abusive way, right? Be respectful, but I want to see trash talk, man. I want to see Mamang Daya get a solo kill and tell Pota 2, hey man, what's up? Like that's the kind of stuff I want to see. And I think that's been missing from Dota for quite a while. It's there in Counter-Strike. I mean, you take a look at Counter-Strike, that is some unhinged shit, man. They send the finger across the board when they're online. That's what Dota needs at this point, Yuhang. That's what will save the game.
Well, yeah, we all love some drama. Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think that the problem with Dota 2 and Trash Talk is the fact that players don't know, or rather, the middle ground is not achieved, right? You either go all out and just become incredibly unhinged, or you don't say anything at all. Like there's no middle ground where you can respectfully try to tilt the other side. But the tips are a good way to do that. When my player Sanity, he loves tipping. He just loves to tip. Every time the other side will make a mistake, he'll send a tip out. If the game gave him 100 tips, he'd use 100 tips.
Wow. By the way, we're looking at this Doom and Warlock lane. This is a very strong classic combo that Liquid used to run it before. Fatal Bond with Scorcher. It dealt so much damage. If somehow Juju could link two hero Fatal Bonds, and then with the whole creep wave, CJ can just use this Scorcher to run them down. It does a lot of damage. And also with the Shadow Word, it just covers the weaknesses of Doom. He has no sustain on HP. So with this matchup, Doom and Warlock combo is so strong together because of the AoE damage with the Scorcher combo with the Fatal Bond. It just maximize the damage output with both of these two abilities together in the landing phase. It's so strong. It's stronger than with
The Radiance should enable that even further, right? With the Radiance burn. So
Correct.
you have to be kind of careful. I mean, the Fatal Bonds plus his Mortimer Kisses also sound like a terrifying combination to get hit by.
Yeah. If he casts multiple heroes, Direborn, it's just easy team fight for Mentality Monster. Yeah, this should be an easy lane, I feel, for Mentality Monster.
We'd have to see. CJ does get hit by the Battle of Hunger. Right clicks from the axe are actually doing quite a bit of damage. In fact, CJ might just be dead over here. Blood Grenade gets sent down. One last right click will do the trick. Womi, he will end up drawing first blood. As over on that bot side, it's going to be Deco who will hit the deck. Rapido will be traded out by Dreamocell. And so it will just be a 2-for-1, but an advantage for Direborn.
Yeah. Good trade and well played by Woda2. He realized he has a level 2 power spike with a slow Battle Hunger and some crit wave hitting him to trigger the counter helix. He managed to out-trade the Doom before he hit level 2. That's a great play from the X. But you utilize the level 2 power spike to get the kill. That's the first blood, right? Yeah, that's the first blood, which means he has the health. Oh wait, he didn't go for the health dominator. He went for the bracer, maybe face boot first, instead of the health dom components, which is okay, I think. And his bottom lane. Oh, mid lane.
Rather, actually, when we take a look at his bottom lane, Yuhang Rapido doesn't actually have too many losses either. Like, he has only 6 CS.
Yeah, this is a hard lane for the Centaur because Necrophos is gonna out-sustain and out-trade most of the melee hero. This is the beauty of Necrophos safe lane. He just do so much damage by just staying around. The Heartstopper aura just gonna slowly burn down the Centaur HP. And every time when Centaur trying to go for the last hit or approach the crit wave, Dreamocell or the Necrophos can always use the Death Pulse to damage and also secure the CS and heal himself at the same time with one spell.
And also, it heals the creep that Rapido is going to get the last hit on, right? So Rapido, when he's trying to go in, he won't be able to get that last right click. A big, massive creep wave over here, but won't be able to secure most of those. However, Dreamocell has walked on a bit too far away. The Bramble Maze, unfortunate in his positioning. Dreamocell will just be able to sidestep that one and will make it out. As the mid lane, Mamang Daya versus Pota2. Pota2 is doing fine so far.
Yeah, we haven't seen any solo kill yet. And but Mamang Daya already closer to level. Oh, Koki into Scatterblast. Maybe a kill.
Yeah, the Cookie lands. Scatterblast is there as well. Pota2 pushes back Mamang Daya, and that should mean Pota2 survives, but only by about 50 HP or so. Doesn't have the bottle, has a set of tangos, but that means he's gonna have to give up this entire creep wave to Mamang Daya. Maybe not. Mamang Daya actually walks away for the Water Rune, but Pota2's Water Rune has also been taken away from the Willow. Bramble Maze is there as well as the Scatter Blast. They will be able to find the kill on this Earth Spirit, even sending out a tip. That is the kind of trash talk that I do want to see you hang.
Yeah, after missing the spell, it's gonna take some emotional damage from the tips. But I wanted to say that the first attempt from Mamang Daya trying to go on the Earth Spirit and he got kicked away. I think in the previous patch, the Earth Spirit would die to the Snapfire in that situation, but still he still died at the end, thanks to the rotation from the Dark Below. Top lane X is also very low HP. Oh wait,
Pota2 is gonna jump in. Fire Snipe Cookie is gonna be there. Mamang Daya dodges away that Bushwhack, but is still very low on his HP. Drake comes in with the Bramble Maze, which clips Pota2, and he will now take in some tower damage. Has to get back. DB2 running out of his life. Drake only needs one last right click to get the kill over here. Misses the right click, but should be able to find at least the one D ward for his troubles. And so neither side is going to end up with the advantage, but this is again, I don't think it works out well for Rapido, who might just get glimpsed back right now. One more mana should be enough. Deco goes for the glimpse, brings back Rapido, but has too much HP on the Centaur, so should be able to walk it off.
Okay, so the bottom lane is okay for Direborn this time. Top lane struggle a little bit, mid lane struggle quite a lot actually. Yeah, the rotation from the Dark Below actually shut down Earth Spirit a little bit. Now it's already level 6 on Mamang Daya middle, and that's gonna make it really hard for the Earth Spirit to make the play later. X also dropping so low. Ooh.
Dreamocell takes him down as Mamangdaya finds a return kill on Dreamocell. Overall, a pretty even exchange.
Yep.
As even towards that top side, Rapido is struggling on that axe, or rather, Romy is struggling on the axe, has to go back.
Radiant are scanning.
Great rotation from the Snapfire, using his level 6 power spike to get that kill. But oh, he actually kind of out of position here.
Yeah, there's going to be that glimpse bringing the Snapfire back into the bushwhack. Magnetite also plays down, and even though Rapido does show up, Mamangdaya is guaranteed to fall. They will be able to find a trade on that Disruptor, maybe even more, as DB goes down 2. Pota 2 will roll away. That is a 1-for-2 exchange, maybe even, Yuheng?
Yeah. It's a good exchange for Snapfire for 2 support. I feel like it's okay, to be honest. Because they also commit the mana dice for that kill, which means the next minute, the Earthspeed won't have the spell to contest for the Wisdom Shrine, but he's still going to the Shrine, Dire Shrine anyway, and Necrophos has the Reaper Sight, so one stun into one spell, maybe they could kill the Centaur, so Rapido have to be really careful here.
Has to give up his Shrine of Wisdom, so like the last game, there's going to be a team picking up both shrines, but it's not going to be Mentality Monsters. Pota 2 also has a silence drop down on Drake, won't be able to get the kill, but it will just be Rapido who will get hit by the Reaper Scythe and will be taken out. Tier 1 tower also likely to go down over here, and it seems like Mentality Monsters, they'll commit to taking away the stacks while they still can, but they just lost both Shrines of Wisdom. They lost their tier 1, are losing their tier 1 tower, and does seem like Direborn are in a very good position this time around.
Yeah, better than last game for sure. Necrophos just bought a boost of travel. I like it a lot. I guess we talked about it last time. Why the boost of travel then over the second relic first, or just save up for the Radiance. Because of this early boost of travel, it's gonna allow his the Necrophos to make play on the map. Every time he has the Reaper side off cooldown, he has the potential to travel to the other side and helping his teammate with the extra damage and heal. Okay, a free kill here for Mamangdaya. A lot of damage
Middle tower is
from the Cookie and Scatterblast combo. It's kind of like the old patch.
Do you think
Tiny.
he should be going for the boots of travel that he has queued up, or the Blink Dagger? I mean, it's too late for him to
Yeah.
change his mind, but maybe we can discuss what will be better.
I think boost of travel is fine, allow him to get more farm on the map. And
Pota 2, he's gonna come in, has that silence, Bushwhack is gonna miss, but they cannot miss that glimpse. Mamangdaya, though, with a Fire Snap Cookie, will just be able to turn it. Pota 2 falls. Mortimers will be sent out on Deco as he gets hit by the Hellfire, and in fact, even DB is gonna lose a bit of his HP. A 2-for-0 exchange, but they also... Rather, actually, no, the tower just goes down over on the bot side, but it's a great trade overall in favor of Mentality Monsters.
yeah, for sure. They're trying to kill the Snapfire with the Earthspirit rolling thunder into the Magna Dice, but unfortunately, the Warlock is watching at the back with the level 3 Shadow Word. He outshield the damage, keeping the Snapfire alive long enough, allow him to turn with a beautiful Cookie stun into the blast, secure the Earthspirit kill, and even use the Kisses to kill, almost get both of the support. Solid play from the Dire support, and so perfect spell casting from Mamangdaya.
5-8 right now, as Mentality Monsters, a bit of a shakier start, but I suppose they built up too many expectations for this game number 2, considering how far ahead they were in game number 1. When we take a look at the net worth, it's Dreamocell at the very top has gone again. We've seen this before, right? Instead of the Radiance Rush, he likes to build up the boost of travel first. The Doom, however, he has gone for the phase boost, so he will be able to get his Radiance earlier than the Necro will.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, currently it looks like should be Doom faster Radiance than the Necrophos, unless they die here in the lane. Because Earthspirit is heading to the top right now with the Magna Dice off cooldown. They tried to kill the Doom, but there's a really good ops at the jungle entrance that's gonna help Doom to avoid this gang. Oh, Disruptor. Okay, just poking with the glimpse. But that should send a signal to CJ top is not safe right now. But he's hiding in the trees. There's not a lot of places he could go right now, but okay, looks like you want to take the gate to the bottom. This is a good movement. They have Hell of Narrator complete on Centaur, so they want to do the same thing like how he did in the last game. The tiny rotate to the bottom, kick anyone out and then take the tier 1 tower. So they will have more map control, more access to the camp by doing this. They bring 5 heroes here. I guess it's okay if they manage to take this tower down.
Dreamosoul will walk away though. His spider senses were tingling. They'll be able to take this tier 1 tower, as Direborn could approach that tier 1 tower too, but Womi did not go for that Dominator build like you pointed out. He has just gone for the Blade Mill. There are going to be teleportations though. They don't want to give up their tower, so they will find a tower for free. Meanwhile, mid lane, Mamang Daya in big trouble, or rather actually will be sent out of trouble thanks to Deco. He'll just glimpse him back.
Okay, they're trying to trade some tier 1 tower right now, but great defense coming from Mentally Monster. Not just they hold the top tower, they're also holding the mid tier 1 tower. And because of that play, the map movement, the airport they didn't get any of the tier 1 tower from the last trade. And they might be able to get a kill here on the top lane.
Mortimers will be sent out. The cookie had already landed, and Vomi might not be able to run away anywhere. The chaotic offering also to be committed by Juju. Vomi still survives for a little while, has that teleport, but the stampede kicks in, and Scatterblast actually misses. So does the cookie, but they will catch up to him, even though that looked very shaky from Mamang Daya.
Yeah, I guess it was the phase split movement speed or the river movement speed buff causing Mamang Daya missing the spell right there, but still they get the kill at the end. Aggressive roll from the... yeah.
Jumps in with the Magnetize. Mamang Daya will be glimpsed back, but the Scatter Blast this time will actually land. CJ comes in with that Doom and will be able to secure the kill on Poda 2, who is guaranteed to fall. Heals from Dreamosoul will not affect him, as it will be Mentality Monsters who will walk away. CJ in fact dodged away the Sharpshooter, and how is Poda 2 alive?
It survived with 32 health. I guess the Doom damage didn't... yeah, it's not enough to kill the Earth Spirit. So a lot of spell use in that fight, a lot of spell exchange. But again, Mentally Monster, they're holding the mid tier 1 tower. And now Mamang Daya can go back base to heal up, and then TP back mid to keep defending this tier 1. And looks like Bo5 also wanted to do the same. They TP back in with full health mana. I want to take this tier 1 tower down so badly. Because they really need some map control. Also maybe some like rune control as well if they take down this mid tier 1 tower. They found a glimpse, they have the roll.
Ooh, Bushwhack also found. Poda 2 will just roll in and will have that boulder smash, and one poke with his staff will find the kill. Mamang Daya now needs to be careful. He doesn't have too much over here. Juju doesn't have the chaotic offering. They won't be able to protect their Snapfire. And so the first, or rather the mid lane tier 1 will go in favor of Direborn. They also have a 2,000 to 3,000 net worth advantage, and I would say are in a very good position, Yuhang.
Yeah, at the same time, they also took down the top tier 1 tower with the axe and trying to do some good damage here on the Doom with the Blade Mill. And looks like both carry. They're about to hit the Radiance timing at the same time. And in fact, actually, it's a Necroforce who hit the Radiance timing first than the CJ Doom.
Yeah, that's a big one, right? Dreamosoul is quite far ahead, 1,500 net worth ahead of that of the Doom. Unfortunately, the Doom kill did not work out. If it did for CJ, if he found the kill on Poda 2, that would have been his Radiance. But the fact that he has no kills compared to Dreamosoul already having 2 kills on Rapido, that is going to be the difference. And Dreamosoul can spend his time farming, and the fact that he has a boost of travel means that he can also be at the same time more active compared to CJ, who is in trouble. Berserker's Call as well as a Sharpshooter, and his head will just be chopped off.
Okay, lucky for the Doom, he purchased the Talisman of Evasion right before he died, so he didn't lose any unreliable goal on the top engagement, and he has the Radiance complete 1 minute later than the Necroforce, but still a good kill for X and Hookwing. And that's gonna allow X to get the next item, which is the Blink Dagger. Now he can continue make move with the high level X and the early Blink Dagger now. He also has the Blade Mill on top of the Blink, so he does a lot of damage with the Blink Core and Blade Mill.
Mamang Daya. Blink Dagger is available, but he's not going to go for it. He went for the shard instead, Yuhang. I think he's recognizing the fact that there's no point blinking into the lineup of Direborn. Like, this seems like a very deadly lineup to close the gap on.
Yeah, we could... that could be the reason why too. He went for the travel first instead of the blink. Because blink is good. like if he could help the team to get some kills on the map. But Boost of Travel is like a farming item that helps him to like get to the other side of the map faster, also lower of the TP cooldown, and also without costing like 100 gold for every TP scroll.
Chaotic Offering will be sent out, and the Stampede also comes out. CJ, instead of going back, will proceed to go on further. DB will lose his life first, and the Mortimers might just be enough with the Terrorize coming in to take out Womi. That was supposed to be a kill on the Doom. Instead, it turns around for a 2-kill exchange for none for the side of Mentality Monsters. However, mid lane, Mamang Daya, okay, he's gonna dodge both the Boulder Smash as well as a Rolling Boulder.
Yeah, that's the advantage of having a Boost of Travel because of the high movement speed, and on top of that, he has a Wind Lace for the extra movement speed. He managed to outrun the spell. Good play, good movement for Mamang Daya. Also, good movement for the Daya support, Juju and Rick. They make a good kill on the top lane. Managed to help the Doom to turn and kill both heroes on the top. Now the situation is kinda even. Oh, Daya Triangle, they found a Centaur. That's
They have indeed found a Centaur. He has the Pipe of Insight though, but with the glimpse back, Mentality Monsters are actually coming in to defend. And Rapido, he seems to be recovering on his HP. Pota 2 will miss the roll. Static Storm is also going to miss, and that means that Direborn, they could potentially be in trouble. Pota 2 hit by the Fire Snap Cookie, doomed up and guaranteed to fall. CJ with the Scorched Earth Burn will also find the kill on Deco as they look to chase after DB. They are outpacing that Herdwing, and it does seem like Mamang Daya will be able to catch up to him, actually revealing his Blink Dagger that he just got, and that will be a 3-for-1 exchange.
Wow. Really good defense on the Daya Triangle. Every time when the other side trying to invade their property, the side of the map, which is the Daya Triangle, they didn't bring enough number, and we should always punish them. The Necroforce wasn't there, the X can't be there. Even Necroforce has a Boost of Travel. There's not anything that could TP to the Daya Triangle to join that fight. Even he has a Ripside off cooldown, but without being able to get there, it's still kind of hard for Direborn to join that fight. So they need to do some calculation on the numbers before they want to go for some aggressive move. Need to make sure if all his allies can connect. Also need to make sure if the Daya hero, how many heroes that can potentially join that fight. Okay, good chop on the Dark Reload. Maybe Warlock as well with a glimpse.
Yeah, we find 2 very quick kills over here. Who is going to win the, or rather, who is in a better position? Which lineup skills better for that mid-game timing that we are gonna head into soon?
I think Mentality Monster, they have a stronger mid-game heroes. Once they complete the pipe on the Centaur, okay, they do have the pipe now, and that's gonna counter most of the damage coming from the Necroforce and the Earth Spirit. And on top of that, they have the Stampede, which is one of the best spell to disengage against most of the. Oh, that's a quick blink out. Thanks to the Shield Rune, I guess. Yeah, the Shield Rune block any incoming damage. That allows him. That's gonna allow him to blink away because the Blink Dagger won't be disabled after taking damage because of the Shield Rune. It's block all the damage, and now they're gonna get Dixon.
Yeah, Deco has really nowhere to go over here. Mamang Daya tried to find a Fire Snap Cookie on DB, so it does seem like they, in fact, will have their turn to snipe away both of the supports away from Direborn. As... Okay, so while the net worth lead isn't really in anyone's favor, most of the advantage, or rather, it's because Pota 2 has fallen off the charts. He is only 7,500 net worth compared to every other core. He's very far behind, but the silver lining is the fact that Dreamosol, he's actually 3.5 or nearly 3,000 net worth ahead of that of the Doom.
Yeah, but one good thing about this Doom pick is he can delete one.
He gets jumped, Yuheng. CJ is there as well, and they might not even need a Doom to get that Pota 2 down. Womi will also fall, even though CJ will get hit by the scythe. It is still, in fact, a 2-core exchange. Mamang Daya will teleport away, gets hit by the sharpshooter, but will be able to make it out. Juju, though, will slow down to a halt. Rapido needs to go in with the Hoostorm. I think you can save your Warlock over here. Rapido, he seems to not give a shit. Juju will just die over here.
I guess that's okay. I will just leave the support in that situation too, because if you go in, use the stun, and the next Ghost Shot comes off cooldown again, he might slow the Centaur down and then follow up with another support glimpse. There will be another Centaur kill. So it's better to just cut the losses and accept the fact that
that's
the
what all you offlane players would say, Yuheng. That's what you would say, okay? He just did not care. for his support. Okay, that's
He does. He just don't want to feed another hero. That's why he don't want to go back in. I think it's for the team overall that's a better
if
decision.
we had access to the player comms, we would hear Juju desperately, screaming for help. Someone save me, while he would be looking at his centaur running away from him.
But yeah,
Support
but
life is hard.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes. But good play again from the Dire side. They realize they have the stronger fighting ability. They went in, they get some good kills. Even Necrophos has higher net worth. But if he got Doom, all this net worth doesn't mean much. Doesn't mean anything. He just got silent the whole time, the Doom duration, and he won't be able to use his spell. He's just staying there and using the Radiance Burn. That's all he can do. And he also might get killed in the fight if he got Doom. So that's why having this amount of net worth from Necrophos might not be useful until he get one more item, I guess. He has a BKB now. That might help him a little bit to outrun the Doom, or maybe survive the Doom duration, because the rest of the Dire hero won't be able to follow up any spell after the Doom ultimate ability. But still, that will be a carry, get deleted, get zoned out in the fight.
Mortimers do get sent out, but they don't actually catch much, so I do think that Mentality Monsters have to get back. And speaking about those BKBs, Yuheng, a lot of these heroes are very close to their BKB. The Doom also, has his BKB up now. Rapido, or rather, only one BKB up for Mentality Monsters. Meanwhile, Vomi has his BKB, just needs to buy it out, put a 2 very close to his BKB, and like you pointed out, Dreamosol has his BKB, so I assume the 3 BKBs on Direborn will actually enable them to have a much stronger fight compared to Mentality Monsters.
That's right. These three BKBs timing is gonna help them to maybe win a fight, because BKB timing is one of the strongest power spike in the mid game, especially against Dire lineup. Most of the damage come from the spell. The Sapphire Kisses, the Stampede, or the Warlock Fatal Bond. All this ability can be ignored by the BKBs on Mentality Monster. On Direborn. So the BKB timing is very important in this mid game, and they already have 3 BKBs online. And I would like to see them make a aggressive move with this BKB power spike and get some kills, so they could get more map control. Maybe just get a Tormentor after the kill, after the fight. Okay, they're looking at the Centaur now. They shot the TP bottom, trying to use a glimpse or to catch this big Centaur. And meanwhile, the Dire also, Mentality Monster, they also realize there's a triple BKBs timing coming up on Direborn. They are playing a bit more defensive. All 4 of the heroes, they are sticking really close together to prepare any incoming smoke gang or any big fight. And in fact, they're gonna go for the smoke ploy themselves. This is another good move. They're gonna fight for the rune, maybe get a good kill with it. Good initiation.
Quarter 2 intercepted, trying to go for the amplified damage, will just lose his life before the BKB can ever come out. Deco now, the one in trouble, is likely to just fall, hit by the Curse Crown stun, and will be falling down. Again, 2 very quick kills, and the Mentality Monsters to get the better intercept. DB though, he finds the Bushwhack as Wami goes back in. Reaper Scythe will take out CJ. Mentality Monsters have lost their carry, and now Juju once again crying out for help, but I don't think any help is coming. No, in fact, this time around, Rapido, he will just stare as his Warlock dies this time around.
Yeah. No Doom, no counter to the Necrophos. He's just free to walk in and out without getting pressure from anyone. So that's a really good chain stun into the Reaper side to burst down the Doom before he could get his spell off. And so that's a mistake, right? I feel there's a mistake from CJ. Maybe he overcommit. He thought they are stronger after they kill the Earth Spirit and the Disruptor. They know that they have the number advantage, but he also need to realize that he also still kind of vulnerable to all this control and nuke damage. They have the piercing PP control as well from the Axe into the Reaper side. The Doom can still be burst down before he could press any button. Or in fact, to get another kill on the top.
That is a big kill to get. Mabang Daya goes down, gives up his dominating streak to Dreamosol. And it's now a 3,000 net worth advantage. What was a 3,000 net worth difference between these 2 carries? Dreamosol now is 5,500 net worth ahead of that of the Doom.
Really good utilize of the Doom that time. That's why they can play so aggressive. They know that there's no threat. There's no one that could stop the Necrophos after the Doom is gone. They can do whatever they want. They get another kill on the Snapfire. Now they get the Tormentor. a good shot, a network boost for the team. And if they could keep repeating this by killing the Doom first every fight before he gets the spell off, it's gonna be a really easy game for Dreamercell. I also like how he go for the boost of travel 2 first, just to get the extra movement speed and also lower the TP cooldown, being able to join the fight every time with the travel 2. And I feel like movement speed is one of the best counter to the Doom, because Doom, he get the spell off on the target, but does not mean that he can ensure the kill. He only zone the hero out. He still need to follow up with some of the infinite blade damage in order to finish the target, but the movement speed is gonna help the Necroforce to outrun the Doom so that they couldn't follow up any ability. So every time Necroforce got Doom, he can just pop a BKB and run away, because he can do so with the high movement speed from the boost of travel too. Middle, there's another smoke coming from Mentality Monster.
Rapido, he is gonna jump in. Mortimer gets to be sent out. Pota 2 taking in damage. Use Scepter to stop him, but he will be able to activate his BKB. Stampede now comes up by Rapido as Mentality Monsters will just disengage.
Okay, it's a good trade I feel for the Dire side. They didn't use anything big, only the Stampede, but they forced out the BKB on Earth Spirit, also the Disruptor Static Storm. So a BKB for Meta Dice, BKB, and the Disruptor Static Storm, so it's a good exchange for the Dire side. I do feel like they should go now. Yeah, because they only use a Stampede for this one. They have more spell and more BKB, or maybe more ability on the Dire side, and they should make a move with the advantage they have right now.
Oh, it seems like it's Direborn who actually want to make a move. CJ does have a BKB available, so should be able to activate it. Doesn't get glimpse back, and will just teleport away. Juju also trying to go for the teleport, will be successful, so they do make it out. But it's actually Rapido. No Stampede, like you pointed out, means that Deco might just be able to find a glimpse on someone. It's coming off of cooldown, and he will be able to glimpse back this Dark Willow.
Good kill. A freebie.
The problem that I'm seeing, Yuheng, is that how do you win a fight if your Mentality Monsters against these BKBs? It just seems impossible.
Yeah, you're right. It's kind of hard to get a kill. If they don't chain them the target and burst them down. They did manage to kill the Earth Spirit just now during the 24-minute rune fight. They started with some stun into some follow-up ability from the Terrorize, and then they burst the target down without allow the Earth Spirit pressing his BKB. But it's not that easy to keep doing that every fight. Maybe they need to find a good initiation with the smoke, and then go from a good angle to enter the fight, get a Doom off on the right target, get a good kill, and then get out safe. I mean, there's one way for them to get a kill.
Oh, Rapido, they do jump on Dreamosel, but he was able to activate his Shroud. Deco is going to come in with that Static Storm. No BKB available for CJ, means the Berserker's Call is going to land. Pota 2 will join the party, and they will be able to take apart CJ.
Yeah, and Necroforce survived the whole Doom.
Is he disconnected? No, Juju is the one that's disconnected. Rapido is just lost in the wild. And, I mean, he's pretty much just dead here. Dreamosol has that Reaper Scythe. Even though he's very far away, I don't think it matters. There's no Stampede, there's no Pipe, there's no Lotus Orb, there's nothing helping Rapido out.
Yeah, Dreamosol can travel to his allies and then go in to collect the kill with the Reaper Scythe to get the permanent regen and mana. That should be a dead centaur. He got slowed down by the Battle Hunger and the Thunder Strike. He has no Lotus, still on cooldown for 4 seconds. I guess he won't be able to make it out here. He's surrounded by 4 heroes.
Rapido calling out for help, but guess what, buddy? Ain't no one coming to help you. You left your support to die. This is karma.
There's a Terrorize on Dark Willow. Maybe you could try.
He is gonna definitely try. Manages to find that Terrorize. Rapido with that 2-man Hootstorm tries to walk it off, but there comes Dreamosel with the Reaper's Scythe as well as the Culling Blade. They chop off his head in more than just one way.
Yeah, so both of the hero, the Axe and Necroforce, both of them got the permanent scaling buff, I guess, on that one Centaur kill. Okay, good movement from Dreamosel. He take a gate to a top, and there's a Snapfire up there. Trying to push out the wave, but okay, realize it's not safe here.
He needs to get us to his 25 and maybe a refresher. That's perhaps one of the ways they can turn it.
Yeah.
As Pota2, he's just activated his BKB, uses the Magnetite. Drake, no Shadow Realm available any longer, and he is just going to die. Mamang Daya actually came in as well. He's gonna get glimpsed back by Deco, as they are chasing in after Juju, who is gonna get caught inside of the kinetic field and will simply fall too. I feel like this game, even though it's just an 11,000 lead, I just simply don't see a way that Mentality Monsters are ever going to win a fight now. This Necrophos is 9,000 net worth ahead of that of the Doom.
Yeah, he has a huge lead. I wonder why he didn't go for the Lincoln Spear. If he go for Lincoln Spear, he actually have one problem less against the Doom. But I guess the Heart of Terras is fine too. Having more HP, which means the Doom won't be able to finish the kill in the fight. But maybe you can just wait until the next item before they go for another play, or they can wait for the Reaper side again, and then keep repeating the same play. Right now, we can tell that Direborn, they have the bigger map control. Maybe they can go for the Roshan to get some objective. Because Dota 2 is a game of objective. Even they have huge net worth lead, if they don't get objective, it's still hard to win this game. Necrophos is level 25 now, with the minus 2.5 second death pulse cooldown, unlimited heal every 2.5 second, and looks like he has a Heart of Terras complete.
Axe,
Yeah,
Womi, he is going to jump in with the Berserker Skull. No real follow-up coming in. The Hoodwink is nearby, but DB too far away for the Bushwhack. Pota2, though, he jumps in with that Rolling Boulder, and they find the glimpse, but he has the BKB on CJ. We'll just walk it off. But again, the difference is how easily you can proc the BKB if you have a Disruptor on your team.
Yeah, they have no good way to deal with the claims. Only the BKB, but BKB is not something we want to use to dodge a spell like this. Now his BKB is on cooldown for a minute, which means Mentality Monster, they won't be able to take a fight until the Doom BKB off cooldown again.
Rapido blinks away.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
Dreamocell is there with the Reaver. I mean, he can buy out for that heart if he wants to. Or he might be thinking about the Overwhelming Blink. That would also be a pretty good option. You can get both, ideally. I mean, there's nothing stopping him from that. Aghanim's Blessing can still be used to enable one more item slot for Dreamocell eventually. And they do have a good high ground defense. I'm just not sure what happens once the BKBs come out. 3 BKBs against just one. Or Mamang Daya has a BKB too now, but I actually don't think Mamang Daya has a damage output either anymore.
Damage output from Mamang Daya only comes in after the BKB duration wear off on all the Direborn heroes. But someone needs to go in and kite their BKB and force them to use BKB. So only that in order for Mamang Daya to do damage in the fight. But I'm not sure who else can do the job. Because they're constantly running away from the Necrophos.
They will be able to take apart both tier 2 towers over here, go for Roshan, then go for that high ground. I don't see how Mentality Monsters are going to stop that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
30,000 gold advantage on Diamond right now. Even they don't have a good Roshan taking heroes, but they can slowly choke them down with the map control. And then eventually they will win this game if they keep doing this.
You do have the 2 Fire Slam Cookie charges as we see some teleports happening on that top side. Once again, BKB forced away from CJ as he simply uses it to run away from that glimpse. Drake, however, is going to get caught, but manages to teleport away before any stun lands. So they do get out, but I mean, that's all they're really doing. That's all the plays they're making. Is just being able to escape.
Okay, now they're gonna sweep the map by running back to the Dire Triangle. There's a Snapfire and Warlock in it. Start with the Claims. Force out the BKB again. That's a win.
It's gonna be Juju once again who gets caught. I feel bad for Juju, but then again, he did pick a Zeus in that last game, so I don't really feel that bad.
That's a karma in the other way.
Yeah. Oh, Deco, he finds a glimpse as well. It's the Willow who is gonna get caught. And look at this, Rapido sends his little kobold to help.
Okay. Okay. 2 support down on Dire side. High ground is gonna be hard. There's no BKB on Snapfire, no BKB on the Doom. Centaur or Runner BKB is not gonna do much. Looks like they have to give this lane away.
There's really no choice to defend, right? But the Mamang Daya spent so long buying, or rather building up this BKB, which just gets wasted because you get glimpsed back and you have to use the BKB just to be able to live. There's no way you live if you get glimpsed back, so it's so awkward. The Disruptor pick is so good against this Snapfire. I didn't even realize it until now. And this is something that most teams don't actually opt into, but this just seems like a straight up counter.
Now he's gonna finish the Aghanim Scepter on Disruptor, which means he's gonna apply the AoE, almost an AoE Doom, silent and mute items, which means they can't use spell, they can't use item if it got affected by Disruptor Static Storm with the Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Okay, look at that. Just pick up the item. That's another big power spike for Direborn, and they are really strong to take a fight right now. With the 5-man smoke. Into the 5-man smoke. This is one of the
damage rune though is available, and I do think Dreamosol should just grab that one. No, Pota 2 will be the one to bottle it up, as they are going for a backline. If they manage to grab Deco up, this could be big for how they want to start a fight. No Static Storm would be available, but Deco, he lives. It's the repeat. It's Womi who is the first point of contact. A full team fight does break apart, but everyone has different targets. Mamang Daya trying to take out that axe will just get hit by the bushwhack, and then will get hit by the call. Static Storm comes down as Womi and Mamang Daya lose their lives, and the rest of Direborn, they're trying to run away from the Centaur. Pota 2 will also go down. Dreamosol, though, he has showed up with the Reaper's Sight, will take apart Rapido at the very least. Perhaps even... Okay, he will find the kill on Rapido, and in the end, Mentality Monsters, they will still lose 4 of their lineup. Drake, the only lone survivor.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, really good play from the Disruptor. He break the smoke, he blink out and survive long enough to go back in for the second round. Very patient from Deco. He wait out all the BKB duration wear off, and then he blink in, jump on top of the Snapfire, using his Static Storm to stop the Doom and the Snapfire from running away, and allow the team to get a better trade in this exchange. Overall, the 2 for 4 in favor for the Direborn side. That's a big win. Big win of the team fight. Roshan still on the menu. Bad thing about this Deco carry is he can't really take the Roshan, but he gets to push out the lane a bit further. They still have a 20,000 gold lead, but it's still not easy to break the high ground yet. Maybe they need to take like 2 more fights. Necroforce, 34,000 gold advantage. I mean, 34,000 gold net worth. That's a 12k ahead, 12,000 gold ahead of the carry Doom. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, and he has the overwhelming blink. Will have that Heart of Taraz. That's around, I don't even know how much strength that is.
Yeah, it's going for the Lincoln Spear now. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's gonna counter the Doom, and they have no good way yet to break the Lincoln Spear. It's gonna be a slow Roshan, but without the Doom, okay, they have the Doom ultimate ability ready, but they won't be able to get to the Roshan pit in time. Free Roshan.
Pretty much. I mean, it's not as if Dreamosol is in danger of then dying the first time around as well, so that may be why Pota 2 should grab the Aegis for himself, and it will be a second life for this Earth Spirit. And now, I mean, he has a Lincoln Sphere. What was possible last time may not be possible this time around either. They have 2 Lincolns here, Yuheng, as they... Okay, Juju is very slippery. He just walks it off.
Yeah, thanks to the Glimmer Kit. There's no detection too just now on all the Direborn's hero. Just one Glimmer Kit able to save his life. Nice play from Juju. Quick reaction with the Glimmer Kit. And they're gonna push out the top lane a little bit, but the big push is coming from Direborn. They need to prepare for this bottom push. For the buyback status, most of the Mentality Monster heroes, they have buyback, except for the Doom and Snapfire. So maybe they can try to play the fight by letting the Centaur going in first, since he has the buyout. I don't mind to let the Centaur die one time first in the fight, and then bait out some of the spell, some of the BKB, allow the Snapfire to do more damage. That's a refresher shot, a refresher op now on Snapfire.
Still don't know no level 25 though, Yuheng. He really would like the +6 Mortimers, but maybe with the refresher you can play with the 4 total Fire Snap cookies you have. Again, the biggest problem is the 7-second BKBs. Right? I don't see how you overcome that block in the team fight.
It's gonna be hard to outlast that. Yeah. And there's a Heart of Terras too on X, and then Aegis on Earth Spirit, and unlimited heal from the Necrophos. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to bait out their BKB.
Yeah, these
There's a
three
defense
heroes
build.
have like 4,000 HP, Yuheng, nearly. Like, how
they're
do
so
you get through
tanky.
that?
Yeah, I know. No idea how, but they have to try something. Maybe with a beautiful Direborn on like 4 heroes, good enough, and then into the upheaval, and then hopefully like the Dark Widow can force that BKB out. Oh wait, Mama Daya, be careful.
BKB once again activated just to be able to walk it off, and now going for the 4 Fire Snap cookies is going to be incredibly risky. Unless, well, I mean, you can't even refresh the BKB now.
Yeah.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Okay, looks like it's just gonna be a free setup. Right, CJ is not okay. CJ is coming back now. Oh, they see the TP, I guess. Okay, yeah, they saw it.
It is a
But
slow
not sh-
siege on the barracks. You don't have many right clickers, but eventually they will just huddle up together. Using an illusion by Womi Rapido, he goes in. They go all in fact. Drop down the Doom as well, but Dreamocell just walks it off. The Static Storm has not come out, and it's not going to be coming out. Deco does end up going down. Pota 2, though, very low on his HP, but has that Aegis available. Pota 2 just rolls right in front, and perhaps Rapido might be able to get the first kill. He does. Mamang Daya will be glimpsed back, though, as Deco has bought back. The Reaper's Scythe will be planted down. Mamang Daya and Drake have gone down. It's also going to be CJ, who is very low on his HP, held back from his fountain by the Berserker's Call, and will fall as well. Mentality Monsters will, in the end, lose the second game in this best of 5.
Yeah, they just have too many life on Direborn heroes. Even they got a Doom off on the Necrophos, but the Doom also reflect to the Doom hero himself, and then like both of their carry, they just cut out the Doom duration. But eventually, Mentality Monster heroes, they're running out of juice. They get outlasted by the Direborn heroes. The buybacks, and then they come back in for the second round, and Mentality Monster, they have no more bullet, no more spell to fight back. Good try from Mentality Monster. But still, we don't see a really good performance coming from CJ Doom this game. He makes a mistake and got killed a few times, and then got snowballed by the Necrophos. And then I really thought this Doom can work because I do believe in this hero. But unfortunately, CJ maybe he is not playing the comfort of his hero pool, and maybe that's why causing them to lose this game.
Yeah, I think a lot would be different if... I get the idea, right? Doom is supposed to counter the Necrophos. We didn't get to really see that this game. But there is also another counter, like the Morta carry, right? We were talking about the Morta mid. Perhaps that would have been different, because then you would have had some actual right-click damage, which Mentality Monsters, quite frankly, didn't have in this game at all once the BKBs came up. We'll see, though, because again, the marathon continues. It's slowly becoming a sprint, though. But because it is a series that's tied 1-1, whoever wins the next 2 games will crown themselves as the Lunar Horse champions. We will head to a short break before we find out whether Direborn will continue the momentum, or if Mentality Monsters will decide, or rather, will figure out how to fight back. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned. Welcome back to the Grand Station Lunar Horse Trophy. Direborn managed to tie up the best of 5, 1-1 now against Mentality Monsters, and they go for the Earth Spirit once more. They also have the Beastmaster, and Mentality Monsters, they switched their draft up entirely. They really like that Disruptor.
Yeah, it looks like Disruptor is the hero.
5 seconds remaining.
And this game, they have a different approach compared to the first one. They still go for the Earth Spirit for Direborn, but they have another very strong support here as their first pick, which is the Keeper of the Light. It's one of the best backline support right now. It provides so much heal, and then also the mana heal with the Chakra magic. Also get to reduce some of the basic abilities cooldown. It's just one of the best support right now, and he also has some potential to build into some bigger item like Aghanim Scepter in the later game, provide some AoE control. It's just a great hero now in the support position. It's a really strong healing type of support. Also benefit a lot for the Earth Spirit or the Beastmaster, not just in the lane, also in the mid game. Get to reduce the disable ability on Earth Spirit to allow the hero to do like permanent disable with the slow stun and slow silent and all. It's just a strong hero. I really like this opening from Direborn.
They also, I mean, they do pack a punch with this lineup, but the Clinks is a hero that a lot of teams prioritize against the Beastmaster. One of my own players, they told me that, you know, if you have a Beastmaster or a Lycan, make sure to ban the Drow or the Clinks, and I can't help but agree. The Fiery Barrage, and even in the laning phase, you have the Searing Arrows, which just decimates the boars over here. But it will be an Undying off lane. So I do think both drafts are okay, but I do favor Direborn's draft here a little bit more.
Yeah, me too. I think like Undying offlane is great. He's a really strong lane dominator. Just spam the decay just spam decay every time, and then he just outlane most of the heroes. It is a really strong hero even in the offlane role. And then the Clinks pick, yeah, like you say, just the answer. Straightforward, good answer to the Beastmaster. Death Pack counter the boar, just instant kill the summon. Just one of the best way to deal with the Beastmaster. Also, the long range attack from the Seeing Arrow is great versus the Beastmaster as well. And maybe now they need another frontline playmaker for Mentality Monster to finish the draft. And they're not gonna give them the Snapfire again. Also, they ban out the Hearthguard. That's an interesting ban. It's a great hero, but we don't see it a lot now in this meta. Ever since they removed the facet, he won't be able to dispel any ability with his passive anymore. You have to get the shot to do that. After that facet remove, I guess Hearthguard is not that strong anymore in the meta, because being able to dispel something from the landing phase is just a big deal for the hero. Dispel the Spirit Vessel in the mid game also very important, but without that, the hero is not as good as before. And here, they need another Spirit hero, right? Okay, they go for the Slaughter.
I mean, the Slaughter, Corrosive Haze plus the Clink's physical damage does seem to work, but it is a very timing dependent draft now by Mentality Monsters. Past that 35-minute mark, I don't see how they survive. I don't see how they scale. Meanwhile, Direborn, they have some flex potential. Wind Ranger is already available if they want that. That would be a good carry pick against this Slaughter plus Clinks combo. You force the Clinks to go for the MKB with the Wind Run, and you know the Slaughter can't exactly right-click down a Wind Ranger. So will Direborn, do you think they should stick to a Wind Ranger carry and pick up a support, or pick up a different carry?
It's better they pick out another support here. If they find with a Spirit Meadow. Oh wait, they're going for the TA instead of the Ranger support, which is, I feel like, is not bad as well. Because TA has a stronger timing compared to Wind Ranger, so they can match with the tempo against the Undying and the Slaughter. And for Wind Ranger's carry, it's gonna be a slower timing. The Mjolnir into the BKB is gonna be around maybe minute 20. But for TA, he will have like Dagger, Desolator, Dragonlance, and minute 20, or maybe plus some small item. So with that timing, TA will have a stronger I mean, the hero comes online faster than
And
the
not to mention,
Re-Ranger.
Templar Assassin
Yeah.
is also pretty good against that
10
Undying.
seconds
The
remaining.
decay doesn't, you don't really care about that decay because you have the refraction, don't really care about that soul rip because you have that refraction. Decent to take out that tombstone because of the refraction as well. There you have this buffer built up to dish out hits against the tombstone with. So I do think that, and it's also plus it's a very Dream of Cell type hero. Whose drop do you prefer? Because the way that I look at it, this Templar Assassin, if you do find, that 20-minute Blink Dagger Desolator Dragonlance, then Juju and Drake, they're just one Mel Strike away from dying, and this Disruptor, while normally you have that powerful glimpse against this Beastmaster and Earth Spirit, should he be taken out very early on in the fight, Direborn have the better AoE, they have the better lockdown, they just seem to have it all.
Yeah, I like the Direborn lineup a bit more because if they have a good lane with the Beastmaster and the TA, they can easily storm the mid game. They can take objective very, very fast with the TA, Beastmaster, Hell Overlord, and then they can just start to take down some tier 2 tower. If Mentally Monster hero, if Undying lost the lane, lost the fight in the mid game, the hero lost his purpose. So I really like this Direborn draft. If they manage to make it work, it's going to be another quick game or easy game for Direborn.
We'll see. And specifically how Mamang Daya Slaughter is supposed to work out. Who wins this mid lane matchup between an Earth Spirit and a Slaughter? I would imagine the Slaughter is just a tad bit stronger.
Yeah, Slaughter is going to trade a lot better than the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit can play with his spell, the Q and E to secure last hit or maybe damage the hero at the same time. But if both of the hero are trying to like trade hit or trade or trying to fight, the Slaughter is gonna always outfight the Earth Spirit in the mid lane 1v1 situation because of the passive bash and the attack speed slow from the crush. It's gonna allow the Slaughter to always out trade or outfight the Earth Spirit in the mid lane.
I'm gonna have a bit of a pause.
Okay, just a quick reconnect.
Do you think this Undying is ever going to be a factor? Because normally a pause 3 Undying goes to the Lotus Orb into the Blink Dagger, but I don't really see. Well, you have some dispels, against the Solar Bind, against the Magnetize and whatnot, but I just don't know if the Undying can survive this much damage coming out from the Radiant team.
Yeah, I kind of worry for this Undying
30 seconds to
pick
battle.
because Undying, this hero is good in the lane. If he storms the lane, this hero has a lot of snowball advantage. And then with the level 10 talent, he has the wave clear potential with the extra decay bonus damage. Against a creep, he can like maybe 2 decay to kill a wave. But I don't know, man. This hero has it's a very flexible hero, but I'm not a fan of this hero. I just don't like Undying in the off lane position. We'll see.
I'll take it.
Vomi as well as Dreamo Cell pick up the bounty rune. Drake and CJ grab the bounties, so 2 and 2 bounty runes each. First blood went the way of Direborn last game, but it went the way of Mentality Monsters in game number 1. That's no kind of a pattern, but who do you think has that first blood advantage, or rather, like, where are you expecting first blood to come from? Which lane and which hero?
Bottom lane should be the Q lane, should be the fighting lane. Once they hit level 2 or 3, we might see a kill at bottom. With the Undying Tombstone and Decay, followed with some Disable and Break Grenade. They can easily kill a hero, especially if Dixon or Deco misuse his rerun. It's gonna be very easy for Undying and Hoodwink to get a free kill. So far, they're out trading the Re-Ranger because of the decay. I also like how they focus all the spell, all the damage on one hero only. They know that TA has the reflection later. As you get higher level, it's gonna be harder to kill a TA, so they just throw all the spell on the Re-Ranger. And for the top lane, this is another lane that we might see a kill, but it's not that easy to kill the Klings because of the deck pack. He gains so much HP from one spell. And for Kling or Juju to get a kill in the lane, they might need some skill point on the Glimpse. to set up a kill. Also, they need the hero to out of position in order for Klings to like click a hero down. So far, they're doing great. They are positioned themselves in a really good way. Both hero can protect each another.
I think the once that glimpse comes up, that could be a big opportunity to get that first blood down. As well, I mean, the Keeper of the Light has a lot of movement speed, but
Yeah.
I don't think he can out. It's all about the position, you know, like you pointed it out. And DB does seem to be squeezed in between of trying to get back to his lane. Might not actually end up with anything. I am very surprised though. You hang mid lane. Pota 2 is out trading the Slardar. By quite the margin.
Double the CS. There's 3 more mini creep here in the middle for Moment Daya to take. So if he take down all 3 of them, he only has 8, but he still get out-sitting by the Earth Spirit. I can understand why, because like Earth Spirit has the Q and E. They just use the spell to secure last hit. It's just easier compared to Slardar. He need to right click and then move closer to use the crush to land to time it to land to get the last hit. So us getting more CS here in this early first few waves is okay, but as the Slardar get higher level, when it has more point on this W and E, it's gonna be harder for Pota 2 to approach the lane. Because Slardar can play a bit more aggressive with the crush. And he also not going for the bottle on Slardar. Yeah, he went for the extra bracer for the stats. Which means he want to play the lane. If you want to like man up and fight.
Pota 2 though does have the bottle, should have an advantage by the time that 4-minute mark turns up, but
Yeah.
Mamang Daya is unable to actually pressure Pota 2 quite a bit. I mean, the HP on this Earth Spirit turns out to be a bit too much, as Deco, you predicted it, Yuheng, it is that bot side that will end up with the first blood drawn in favor of Mentality Monsters. And, there's no stun that Dream Assault has, unfortunately, to get anything with, have any potential with the return kills. You kind of just have to be careful, because like you pointed out, Rapido can snowball with this Undying.
Yeah. They just keep spamming a decay until like range is low enough, and then they go for the kill attempt with the Soul Rip or the Hooking Bushwhack. This is a very easy kill.
Juju, topside, taking in the right clicks, and might actually fall over here. Won't be able to outtrade DB. He did glimpse Womi back. I don't know if Womi ended up with that experience or not, but a good return kill by Direborn, evening out that score line.
Yep.
Of course, First Blood does give a bit more gold, but still. What kind of itemization does Womi need to go for? Is it just a Dominator build right now for this Beastmaster? But eventually, I assume you would want the Blink Dagger as well.
Yeah, first you can go for the Helldawn. It's just really good on most of the off-lane hero that helps them to farm and push out lane and allow them to kick out the enemies heroes in the lane. And if they use it well, they can even like support the other lane with the Helldawn creep. Sometimes I see some good off-lane player that send the Helldawn creep into the mid lane in a very early level, and then allow them to pressure the other tower as well. So how a Dominator on Beastmaster is really good. And Blink Dagger should be the later item after maybe Hell Overlord. Sometimes I see some people go for Aghanim Scepter after the Hell Dominator, but I do prefer the Hell Overlord on the Beastmaster to give a better tempo and better item power spike in the mid game. Rotation from the Ranger on the top lane. They're trying to get a kill. This is a pretty good rotation. Even if they don't get a kill, they zone out the heroes a little bit. There's a catapult wave coming. It's gonna do some good damage on the tower. Oh, Juju, kind of out of position.
Oh, Shackle Shot lands by Deco. They should be able to find the right clicks in. CJ, he is gonna get pushed back. Has to just run away, abandon his stopper, but they are chasing in after him. DB will actually help CJ out.
Yeah. This is a very good movement from Direborn. They kill a Disruptor, and they also zone out the Klings. So CJ is going to miss a lot of experience, and maybe some of the gold as well. Oh, Shackle.
Shackle does again land, but Mamang Daya, he took down the Keeper of the Light on that top side. A solo kill. As Pota 2 is also in a bit of trouble. Kinetic Field is not going to hold him back, but the stuns, they start to come in. Another crush comes out, and Pota 2, he will go down. Mamang Daya with a double kill.
Yeah, there we go. Slardar. holding the mid lane. Got a haste rune, got a free kill, a double kill some more. So we're gonna see a pretty good start at Blink Dagger timing maybe. He has such a good start. And now he's about to rotate to the 7-minute shrine. Wow, Mama Daya is already level 7.
Tower is under attack.
4 point on the crush. It's gonna do a lot of damage.
And Devomi, unfortunately, is not level 6 on his Beastmaster. No roar to play with is going to be the first point of contact as a bushwhack does land. Mamang Daya charging in with that crush. They should be able to take him down. Apollo 2, he will intercept immediately. Gets glimpsed back though, but he's dropped down that magnetize. That should be plenty of damage coming on towards Mamang Daya. DB already having secured the shrine as Mentality Monsters, they've lost their own shrine as well. What was supposed to be at least a few kills, at least a Shrine of Wisdom, will turn out to be a disaster.
Yeah, they lost both of the shrine, and that's a huge advantage for Direborn. They're also unable to get any kill. Be unlucky here for Mentality Monster. But good attack. I'm trying to go for the aggressive play. It just didn't work out. Power rune spawning soon in 10 seconds. No support contesting the rune yet. Looks like it's gonna be the free power rune for the Slaughter. Okay, it's gonna be the shield rune bottom.
Drake has to pick that one up because the
Yeah.
Slaughter was not there. Dreamosel is farming away, and he does have a fair few CS. Doesn't have any kills, unfortunately. So that means it's not gonna be the fastest of Desolators. Not gonna be the most delayed either.
Yeah.
But they are hunting for him. They are gonna come in through the gate. But there is that Observer Ward as well. No sentry though, so they didn't actually see the Clinks come by. Might be able to gain some vision, but no. Dreamosel will go back, and in the end, Mentality Monsters, they'll be able to take apart this tier 1 tower.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's like I think we've seen this in the first and second game too. CJ rotate to the other safe lane at like around this timing to help Rubito to take down the Radiant or the other team safe lane tower. I really like this movement from carry. I feel like all the carries that have building damage, they should come and do this more often. Because without the carry rotation, the TA might be able to just stay around and farm there a bit more.
Dire's top tower.
And Direborn, they also don't have any reaction to this play from CJ.
Radiant's
It's
bottom
early carry rotation to the Twin Gate, taking down the tier 1 tower. But this time they have a better hero, which is the Beastmaster, able to
My Discord is having some issues, so Yuhang's voice appears to cut off.
objective. But still, the mid
sorry
lane,
there,
if the game
Yuhang.
keep going with this pace. Oh,
Your voice cut off, but it was my issue, Discord. Apologies there, guys. We have seemed to lost Yuhang there. I'm trying to find a way for him to come back. And all the meanwhile, we will just have to wait for it.
Are we the idiot? Are we the idiot?
I just did that. Yes, I just did that.
Just give me one more moment and we will have Yuhang, the lovely Yuhang, back here.
Guard well.
Apologies for that, Yuhang. My Discord had crashed, so but should be able to hear you now much better.
okay. Yeah, should be fine now.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nothing much has happened, but you're in the game as well. You already know that too. Dreamosol, he has the first component of his Desolator, the Mithril Hammer, already, almost having been built up. CJ is also having a pretty decent time. They're probably...
Shackle, bottom.
Yeah, Rapido is going to get taken out here. One loss, Strike
Wow.
will do the trick. Dreamosel will end up with the kill. 311 gold going in his pocket. So, I mean, CJ meanwhile has no kills. So, but still, he didn't go for the Falcon Blade, so he will have the earlier Desolator.
Yeah, he went for the Soul Ring for the mana sustain, and TA bought the Falcon's Blade for the extra mana regen. And that kill on the Undying is gonna speed up the TA Desolator
They
timing.
find the Static Storm, you hang. It's going to be Vomi who will get glimpsed back and will be taken out. CJ will end up with 300 gold himself, and so has probably as much net worth. In fact, it's surprising. CJ, how is CJ
Middle tower is under
a full 900 net worth ahead of that of Dreamosel? Because they have the same. Dreamosel, in fact, has more lost hits. I suppose it's the fact that Dreamosel has more jungle creeps, possibly?
Yeah, I guess that's a reason why maybe, or maybe Kling's got some extra gold from the summons he killed from the on the Beastmaster. Okay, this is a Slada timing. He has the blink and he got TP to the middle now to take this fight.
Let's see what his Blink is going to be able to do, because there's quite a few heroes here over here. The full lineup of Mentality monsters in this position, but they won't actually go for a play. Perhaps the Smoke of the Seed play is in the works. There we go. They want to
Yeah.
take Dreamosel down. That is probably the right target. Disable the opposing carry, enable your own carry. And I do think since it's daytime, they have spotted out Dreamosel. They're going to glimpse him back first into the kinetic field and jump on top of him. A refraction taken away, and they have the stuns. They have the numbers advantage as well. 30 seconds without Dreamosel. However, it's not the worst thing in the world, because the Radiant side, Direborn, also found that tier 1 topper.
Yeah. So they didn't sit back and just let, or they didn't overreact to the TA death. Some pro player or some amateur player, they went for that. Oh wait, what are you getting going on here?
Kinetic Field does seem to buy him some amount of decent protection. CJ comes in with that barrage of
damage.
fiery arrows, and that amount of damage is something that Pota 2 cannot live with. It's going to be a death for this Earth Spirit. But Pota 2 does find the kill on Juju, but doesn't get any experience at the back of that. In fact, Mamandaya, he's going to jump back in as Deco tried to take away Drake. Shackle Shot will plant it down, and the Sharpshooter will not land. But it's a 2-for-1, if you consider that. And it's the one that died is just a Disruptor.
Yeah, and for Direborn, they lost a big one, which is the Earth Spirit. I wanted to say that they didn't overreact for the TA death, but in the mid lane, they're trying to take a fight on Slada, when Slada has the strongest timing with the Blink Dagger. And also, it's just nice that CJ is around. The Corrosive Haze amplifies so much damage. CJ got the first kill after Desolator on the Earth Spirit, and that's gonna give some extra damage too for CJ. And the good thing about Kling's, this hero has really high movement speed when he goes into Scandal Walk, the EVs. And he's able to participate in all these small engagement, allow him to contribute more damage to the team. I would like to see maybe
Radiant's
CJ do this a bit more,
attack.
because they're really strong if they're fighting together with the Corrosive Haze. Klings do so much damage just now on the Earth Spirit. Invis Rune, looking for the TA here.
Mamandaya, he does reveal his position. They know where he is. They'll start things off with a crush, but there's very limited follow-up available. Dreamosel should be okay. Tombstone gets planted down by Rapido as Juju comes in with that glimpse and Static Storm, and they should be able to find the kill on Dreamosel. Mamandaya jumps back in alongside that Sharpshooter, and not enough heroes are coming in to support Dreamosel.
Yeah, Mamandaya Pride indeed. He's playing really well, reading the map almost perfectly, and he knows exactly where's the TA. He knows his farming pattern, and the bow support also able to follow up after the setup into the Static Storm, burst down the TA. They get the most value kill again, which is the Dreamosel TA. And right now, looking at the game state right here, it looks pretty good for the Dire side. Even the net worth lead didn't show much, but also the kill score is only like 4 to 7. It's really close, right? But this game stage, we can tell that Dire, I mean the Mentality monster side, they're having a really good game. One crush, one stun, one setup, follow up with the Kling's damage. They can kill literally anyone on the map. And for Direborn, their timing is on the Beastmaster. They have the Hell Overlord complete. Yeah, you can see that he dominated a big lizard, the Thunderhide creep. And then maybe they can start to play around that Beastmaster a bit more. But also Beastmaster kind of vulnerable to all this gang from Slada and Klings. So they need to be careful
15 minutes in, they... Vomi has the helm of the Overlord. Like, the thing is, Yuhang, the Klings is at the top, but the next three heroes are the Radiant side. There's no advantage building up for Mentality Monsters, and the thing that worries me is that you have a Slardar. Sure, you've taken out Dream Assault twice now, but Slardar is one of those heroes that you only have, about 30 minutes with to build up a significant lead in order to win the game. If you can't do that, I don't really see the Slardar actually doing anything past that 30 to 35 minute mark.
Yeah, that is very true. Slardar is a snowball hero. He don't farm fast in the jungle. He don't like the hero don't like to play from behind. Even he has some wave kill potential with after the shot, but still he wants to keep the ball rolling to keep getting kill. Nice claims. That's gonna save Undying, I guess. So mana dies down, and while the game is pausing, someone on the Mentality Monster side, they are paying the Roshan here, and that's another way. That's one of the strength of Slardar, because with the minus armor and with some extra physical damage, they can take down Roshan really fast. Since the Roshan is at the bottom side, which favor to the Dire, because they are closer to the outpost, they have easier access to the Roshan pit. Maybe they can consider killing the Roshan or getting the Aegis before minute 20, before the Roshan rotate to the other side.
Are scanning. Dire are scanning.
Oh, power rune. On top.
It's a regeneration rune, so would be very good for Porter 2. He will be able to grab it. Has the Ogre Axe going for the BKB. Now, the BKB isn't the most useful in this game because you have a lot of physical damage coming in from CJ in particular, who has a Desolator as well as a Dragon Lance almost having been built up. Meanwhile, Dream Assault only about 1,000 gold away from his Blink Dagger. So I would say both carries are in a comfortable position. Vomi is not going for the Blink Dagger. He's actually going for the Assault Cuirass. I would imagine that you want a Blink to be able to at least get the roar off, as Mentality Monsters are inside of the Roche pit and doesn't really seem like anyone's coming to contest this.
Yeah, they have the Tombstone, and so far there's no Earth Spirit BKB yet, so it's very hard for no Blink Dagger 2 on Beastmaster. It's very hard for Direborn to initiate, even they know they are rushing. So maybe it's just better to just trade farm on the map instead of going into the pit and fight around the Tombstone. I guess that's a good decision coming from Direborn.
Porter 2 will jump in, they will find an easy quick pick off on Drake, and Mamang Daya will just blink back. A Roshan for a support kill is probably favorable for the Dire side, but Mentality Monsters, what they may not realize is that they don't actually have the advantage. It's a 2,000 net worth advantage in favor of Direborn.
Yeah, because they are like Beastmaster at TA, these two heroes, they clear wave really fast. Faster than the Slardar, faster than the Undying. So that's why they have this much of advantage right now on the Radiant heroes, just because they clear way faster, and they're also more efficient on the map control. But they are not able to win fight even when they have this 2,000 gold advantage, because some of the net worth like on the Radiant heroes, they bought some item that only helps him to farm, but not the fighting item yet. Maybe they need to wait for one more big item in order to take a good fight.
And in fact, Yuheng, I mean, they may not care about winning the fight because there's no fight being had. Despite the Aegis in the hands of CJ, Mentality Monsters, despite of having the Blink Dagger up too, they're not actually trying to pressure the Radiant side at all. You're talking about Vomi and his Beastmaster. He's completely free here, taking apart all of the Dire resources inside of their own jungle. Where is that push supposed to come from? Perhaps now. They have settled in the Radiant jungle. They should be able to take this tier 2 tower out.
I feel like Mentality Monster shouldn't slow down the game. They should keep going with the Slardar Blink stun. Oh, middle.
Yeah, Drake's dead. You can keep talking, Yuheng. Drake's nothing you can do. In fact, Porter 2, he feels confident enough to roll on forward consistently. The traps here have probably given them enough vision to know that there's no one inside of the jungle. Probably everyone's inside of the lane. CJ, though, he has that ghost walk, or rather the skeleton walk.
Yeah, I feel like Mentality Monster, they actually slow down the game when they are leading not in the net worth, but in the game state, they're actually winning. They can play a bit more with the Sada and Klings. They can kill anyone with just like how they did
Use
here.
Rapido to bait, put it 2
Yeah.
in, and the damage that just came out is enormous. I mean, Pota 2 just died within a second of finding his role. And now Mentality Monsters, they are going to charge on forward, knowing that there's no Earth Spirit there for about 30 whole seconds. This should be the way that they take apart this tier 2 tower at the very least.
Yeah, just one crush, one stun into Kling's psychic damage. Anyone will die. Anyone will die.
Radiant's
They could try to take the bottom tower, tier 2 too as well. Because Klings is really strong right now. Still have 2 more minutes on the Aegis. And it would be nice if they could kill the Beastmaster before he complete the next big item. I would like to see them make more movement with the smoke, with the Slada and Klings, just to kill like maybe the Beastmaster one more time. Okay, so they took down a tier 2 tower, also the Earth Spirit, and now from 4,000 gold advantage down to only 2,000 on Direborn. I like this smoke too from Direborn. They might be able to kill this Slada here. Oh, the Shackle, good reaction. That is inhuman. Inhuman reaction from Mama Daya. Blink up to dodge the Shackle shot.
CJ is there as well, tried to go in for the barrage, wasn't able to apply enough damage, and it will be Juju's life instead forfeited. They don't have the Sally Storm. In fact, they might not have Rapido either. He is stuck in this position. Soul Rip isn't going to heal him up as Pota 2 rolls on forward. And Direborn, they are very... They realize that as long as they stick together, Glinks, even though he has the Aegis, he can't really dish out that damage. And these supports, Yuheng, from Mentality Monsters, they should be playing in that back line rather than on the forefront.
Yeah, they got caught out of position. And now they are facing with less number. They don't have the full squad now. They have to be careful. They still have the Raw on Beastmaster. There's no counterplay to the Raw, so whoever got Raw, they will get killed. So maybe Undyne can consider getting an early shot to do the counter play to save someone with the Tombstone. And then into the Blink Dagger, that will be another way to play Undyne offlane as well. Because it has a lot of impact, being able to counter the Raw with the Tombstone. And especially if you use it on to save the Klings at the Zambusha moment, that'll be nice to turn the fight around. Another aggressive smoke play from Direborn. But this time they're not able to catch anyone with it. AC just complete for Woda 2.
Has the Assault
Going for
Quarters,
the-
has the... Well,
Yeah.
Now he's going to go for the Blink Dagger. And this Assault Quarter should help them survive the damage coming in from the Klings and, you know, mitigate some of the armor reduction from Among Daya. But speaking of, he's level 13, you know, very far away from his third skill point on his ultimate. So I don't see the starter actually scaling. Right? Even though he's
Yeah.
the same net worth as Pota 2, I think Pota 2 has significantly higher impact in those team fights.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the starter game has been slowed down a lot. He has really good timing at the start, at the like 50-minute mark around there. But now after that timing, he actually slowed the game down a lot. And he's not. I don't think this hero is happy to play this slow tempo game. He wants to keep fighting and keep killing. But Direborn, they also doing a great job sticking together. You can see that they always at least stay as 3 heroes together to make it harder for Sada to make a jump, to make a move. Good Tormentor. Free shot
Pota
for
2.
Disruptor.
He found the silence on Juju.
Nice.
Power shot is gonna spot Juju out, and Juju is pretty much just dead. The rolling boulder goes through the kinetic field, which should probably be patched because I don't think it should go through it.
Yeah, there's a lot of spell can go through the kinetic field.
Dire's middle tower
Okay,
They
looks
take apart
like
the tier 1 tower as well, and I mean, this is looking like a high ground push from in 23 minutes in. Not exactly something that I would expect from a team that had the Aegis for 5 whole minutes, but did nothing with it.
yeah, this is the timing that we talk about. The TA and Beastmaster timing, they are so strong around this minute 20 something timing. With the AC aura, they can take down tower really fast. Look at that, the minion Rex already gone.
And it seems like Mamong Daya, he wanted to go in with the crush, but Juju, or rather Deco, he's able to throw down that 2-man shackle shot. CJ coming in with the hits, it's going to be intercepted. Roar as well planted down, and CJ's just dead. Rapido now the one in big trouble. One Melt Strike will do the trick. Juju now also falling down. This has turned into a complete shutdown of Mentality Monsters. they lose their lane of barracks, and because they try to go in for a shaky team fight, they're gonna lose more. They might just lose the game here, Yuheng.
Yeah, they will surely lose 2 set of racks here. CJ, he has the Arcanine Scepter, he just pick it up, and then he just go all in on the support at the backline. Yeah, he did get the kill, but he also put himself in a very dangerous position, and he has no way out. And he got himself killed because of that. Trading his life for a support is no worth it. I feel like that's a game-losing move from CJ, and now they're also causing them to lose another set of racks because they have the Beastmaster and the TA with the Desolator. They take down building very fast. Just like that, less than 2 minutes, 2 set of racks already gone. One more push might be able to end the game if they lost a fight on Dire side.
And for Mentality Monsters, all throughout this game, as far as the team fights are concerned, it seems as if they don't know how to approach a team fight. It seems as if all 5 of those players, they don't know what their individual role is supposed to be. So many of those times, we've seen the Disruptor on the front line just dead. We've seen the Hoodwink on the front line, Drake, just dying. The Klims, like you mentioned, in that very awkward spot, trading his life out for a support. And where is the front line? Mamang Daya never went in. Rapido, we saw him. I don't think I've ever seen a Flash Golem this game. Like, it's just not there. He has no impact.
Yeah, I think in the last fight, Mamadaya didn't complete his BKB. That's why he don't feel like going in. But the pressure already come in. TA Beastmaster already hitting the high ground. Without BKB or Mamadaya, he just doesn't feel so safe going in. He might not be able to make it out, and he don't want to feed. But now he has BKB. Maybe they could try now with the Slada. Another good reaction to blink dodge the stun. But they need to run. Roshan is up. So both teams are looking at this to control this side of the map.
And for Direborn, they know that if you grab up Roshan, you can just end the game, and I do think the Mentality Monsters realize that as well.
Yeah.
They had that perfect timing. They had the first Roshan go their way, the first 5 minutes, and the fact that they didn't get anything done with that is... it's just a blunder. I don't know how else to put it. Mamang Daya, 1 crush, but even his crushes don't actually do any damage anymore. He has failed to scale in this game.
Yeah, you can say that too. Stada without any damage output nearby, and his stun only can be used to re-ranger.
Deco, he's going to be another casualty. That is a great kill to have to start things off with, but can they keep it going is the big question. 4v5 is probably the best fight that you're going to get in a while, and if you win a fight here, you can take away Roshan. And Mentality Monsters, they probably realize this, but very difficult to jump inside of that Templar Assassin.
So far, Direborn, they are really good at keeping their formation. They have the Beastmaster as the center of the team fight to keep everyone the aura.
He's gonna just jump right in. Does get stunned up. Tombstone also gets planted down, as well as that burning army. Roar also sent out, but Static Storm is there this time around. They might be able to take down Pota 2. He does fall. Now a 3v5. Womi's BKB is running out, but he should be able to teleport back to his fountain, and that should be the Roshan being collected up for Mentality Monsters. Mamang Daya does need to be careful. He doesn't have that much HP. Dreamosel is nearby, as the zombies they're chasing after something.
Okay, that's a good kill. They get the Wind Ranger kill to start the fight, and then now they also get a big kill on the Earth Spirit. They can just go back now. 20-second window allow them to get the Roshan. There's no BKB on the Beastmaster, but there's also no BKB on the Slada. So they're kind of afraid of the initiation from Direborn. Might not be so safe to go for the Roshan kill, even have the Slada. Also the constant wave pressure from the mid and the top wave also make it harder for Mentality Monster to play the game. Or in fact, Direborn actually gonna go for the Roshan themselves. There's a Daedalus complete on TA.
That's a
once
big
they
one.
get the Aegis on Dreamosel, it's gonna be very hard to defend the push. They also have the banner on the 2nd gen Roche.
Yeah, it feels like the inevitable push is going to be coming in from Direborn. 8,000, 9,000 of a lead. And there's no stopping Dreamosel. Like the last team fight, right? Dreamosel was completely safe. You throw away all of your spells, but his positioning, unlike what we have seen from this game, from Mentality Monsters, he's not stuck in an awkward position. He is always mentally aware of where he needs to be.
Yeah. And good thing for the Earth Spirit is he also bought a he about to complete a Shiva. So last fight he has no Shiva, so he died to the damage from the Kling's burning army. But this time, but the next fight is gonna be different.
Dire's bottom
He almost completed Shiva now, but with the extra bonus armor, he will be able to survive with the BKB and extra armor from Shiva in the team fight. So right now, Mentality Monster, they have two big walls they need to go through, which is the Beastmaster with the AC BKB, and then now they have the Shiva and BKB on the Earth Spirit. And with only Klings being the main damage output might not be enough to go through these two big walls.
And the problem is, if you don't start a fight, you lose your barracks anyway. Tier 3s have been taken down. Now the melee barracks up for grabs.
They still have the banner, right? Yeah, they still have the banner on the Ring Ranger, but they don't want to overplay for this push, which I like it a lot. They don't play for the map control and trying to generate more goal advantage before they go for the next push. They still have 3 minutes left on the Aegis, so they don't have to use it now. They don't have to die on the TA right now. So they just need to wait until the next opportunity. Since all the Dire here, they're stuck inside the base, they're not able to get farm. And they are losing the game slowly if they don't do anything on the Dire side.
They're gonna have to muster up the courage to either win the fight, find a comeback, or lose the game, as Womi, he will decide that fate for them. It's gonna be a roar sent out on Juju as he falls to the Illuminate. Pota2 jumping right in with that rolling boulder. CJ can't do anything. No BKB means that he just gets wiped out with the Wild Axis. They have dealt out significant damage towards Pota2 with a sharpshooter as well. Mamang Daya tries to go in the BKB, but one simple Mel Strike from Dreamocell will end him. That is the first death for Mamang Daya. He has bought back, but in the end, Mega Creeps have been acquired. And for Direborn, this is a game that's pretty much done and dusted. For Mentality Monsters, they're now going to have to go back to the drawing board, because even though they haven't tapped out, this game is over.
Yeah, 30 seconds without the Klings. They still have the Aegis on the TA. Beastmaster still alive. You can just end the game by just being there, providing aura for the TA. Yeah, they're hitting the throne already. Throne is going down fast and should be GG. They dropped it. Yeah, they dropped the double G.
Oh man.
Well played.
This is always my fear when I see a mid lane Slardar Yuheng. You know, I am traumatized now, because you had everything going for you. Well, okay, not everything. The lead wasn't there, right? Even when he had the Blink Dagger, even when they had the Aegis, it wasn't as if they actually held the advantage. It was in fact a 2,000 net worth advantage in favor of Direborn. But then the question is, if you have the Aegis, if you have this Klinks that's farmed up, if you have the Blink Dagger up, what are you waiting for? If you're Mentality Monsters, why are you not trying to commit to the fights?
Yeah, at some point, both teams, they have even goal advantage. But Mentality Monster choose to stall out the game. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a team decision. And Sada not able to make any play. Not able to gank the side lane. He get TA kill like maybe twice or once. But he never gank the Beastmaster. He should keep like ping pong around the side lane, killing the TA and then look for the Beastmaster after that. If they can keep doing this, this won't happen. This won't happen at minute 20. Beastmaster won't have a good AC timing, won't have a good health overload timing. Even he will get the item inventory, but the Salah need to slow down the timing on TA and Beastmaster so that Klings will have the item advantage and win the fight. But unfortunately, Mentality Monster, they play the Direborn game, not their own strategy, not their own game, and start out. So it's a hero that on a timer. He's not gonna scale well if he just trade farm. He needs to look for kills, but that he didn't kill enough. Maybe the team didn't enable him enough. So I feel like it's a team thing on Mentality Monster. Also, some crucial team fight. I feel like CJ, especially the mid one when he commit for the Keeper of the Light, that's a crucial mistake. He just straight out lost the team the fight by going in for a support, trading his life for that. And also without BKB, when Direborn they are pushing, there's another problem for the CJ Klings.
Direborn now, they see that finish line. All they really need is one more game win to acquire that 6,500 USD prize pool, a total of, I believe, 16,000 USD on the line here. Mentality Monsters, they need to find the comeback or it's pretty much over for them. They are the defending champions, at least some of their players. Direborn, though, they're not unknown to that Lunar Horse Trophy, as you also have Bo5, who has won a tournament at Grin Station before, or rather, actually multiple ones. We'll head to a short break before we find out whether this will be a 3-1 or if Direborn will be pushed to a game number 5. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to what can be the final game for the current station Lunar Horse Trophy Season 8 Grand Final. But Mentality Monsters, they have some very strong picks this time around. Perhaps they can take it to a game number 5. What do you think, Yuheng? Can they defeat Bo5's Invoker?
In this game, potentially the last game of the series, Direborn, they bring out a big gun, which is the Bo5 Invoker. Maybe because the Earth Spirit is on the other side. For the first 3 games, Direborn, they will keep picking the Earth Spirit every time when the hero is in the pool, but looks like in this game, Mentality Monster, they stole the Earth Spirit away, but also forced Bo5 to go for the Invoker. In this mid matchup, I do feel like Invoker has a better matchup throughout the game. Maybe in the landing phase, Earth Spirit will have some advantage because he has high base damage. He's able to just kill the Force Spirit with the Q and E combo. So, but overall, I really like Invoker versus the Earth Spirit throughout the game for Direborn. Also, it's the Bo5 Invoker, right? Yeah, and they also have the Bane for the good setup and some global potential with the Dreamer Cell, Nature's Prophet. Really strong pick here coming from Direborn.
At the same time, Direborn will have to get through that massive amounts of HP. You know, the Earth Spirit has proven. Does the Earth Spirit have like 100% win rate this series? In this best of 5, I actually think it's must be. I'm not exactly sure, but Mentality Monsters, they'll go for the Phantom Lancer into a Mjolnir builder. This is a very risky pick. If it works, it works, but if it doesn't work, then you're going to be eliminated. You still snag that second place trophy though, but what do you think about the Phantom Lancer in this day and age?
I'm not sure if this is the new hero in this tournament. I guess maybe at least it's the first time for me to see a PL pick in Crane Station Season 8. It's great versus all the Direborn heroes because normally illusion-based heroes, they are really good against all the single target ability heroes like Bane. And Nature's Prophet also, I really enjoy most of the hero on the Radiant side, they are single target damage focus via single target. And P also do like mostly right click on the single target. And that's what make PL is a good pick here. But this hero, even it's a good PL game, it's not easy to make this hero work. It require like so many items. Even the PL Grandmaster tier player, they don't really pick a PL even in a good PL game. So it's not a good hero in the meta, but it's a good PL game. I'm not sure if there's any other option, but it's a risky pick, I should say.
Definitely a risky pick overall, Direborn. What do you think they can pick up to even further disable the Phantom Lancer? They have to go for an offlane pick. I would imagine offlane picks are actually the perfect picks to counter out that PL. You can go for something like the Mars, maybe even that Underlord. There's Primal Beast too. I mean, there's quite literally so many options you have.
Yeah, I really like the Underlord pick here. For some extra AoE control and some AoE damage. Might not be the best against the PL. But it's a good hero from the offlane role that could somehow deal with the illusion hero that provides some frontline potential and counter control. But I'm still thinking other option. We still have the Boomy Timbersaw left in the pool, which is another good hero that really good versus the PL and also very good versus the Earth Spirit and Centaur because of the Wailing Depth. It just do so much damage to a strength hero. But if they go for the Timbersaw pick here, there won't be any good cow control or setup for the Invoker.
Yeah, they do have the Skywrath Mage for that silence. They do have a couple of stuns. They have multiple silences, in fact. So there is a decent bit of control, but I suppose you would want to add in even more as far as... Well, I mean, to be fair... This could be a pause for Earth Spirit as well, and you can go for something like the Spirit. You can go for the Ember Spirit, or rather, Ember's banned out. You can go for something like the Puck, or actually, that's banned too. Oh man. Void Spirit, I suppose, or just the Storm Spirit, but I don't think those two chain up very well for the Mystic Flare.
Yeah. And they're gonna go for the Croc. Clockwork, which is a pretty okay pick.
Choose
Oh,
your
Okay, that's the
forgot to talk about
Bumi.
that one because that Timbersaw is perhaps some. I mean, I don't like the Phantom Lancer because he seems to be countered out in both in the laning phase and in the late game, even in the mid game, by so many offlane heroes. How is he supposed to deal with this pure damage coming in from Womi?
He can't. The hero is not built to deal with the Timbersaw. Especially, I feel like when they take away the mana burn from the PL illusion, the illusion does not burn mana anymore. Even they have diffuser blade. I feel like that's a big nerf to PL, and to make PL work, it requires too many items. I feel. So I don't really like this PL pick, and should be easy 3-0 for Direborn. I mean 3-1 for Direborn. I don't know. How am I wrong?
I mean, it does seem likely considering, sure, Mamang Daya had a great time when he was on the Earth Spirit, Rapido on the Centaur. They have that tanky frontliners, but in the end, it will come down to your Phantom Lancer and whether or not CJ can carry the game. Now, he does play these I would say, illusion-based heroes, right? He's very good on a Naga Siren. Perhaps he can play the Phantom Lancer as well. Direborn, though, they have everything for the Phantom Lancer, right? Even apart from the Timbersaw, you have that Fiend's Grip. You have the Nature's Prophet, which is a Mjolnir builder and will be coming in with the Nature's Wrath, taking out most of CJ's illusions. And actually, the Nature's Wrath, if it's bouncing on CJ's illusions, it's going to increase the damage for when it bounces on a hero of mentality monsters. And then you have the Invoker with the Cataclysm, potentially the Cataclysm combo, or even just about every single one of his abilities, which is great at dealing, or rather controlling a flashy hero like the Phantom Lancer. So it doesn't... I'm not too optimistic about this pick.
Yeah, me too. I really like the Timbersaw last pick from Voda 2. He's one of the best Timbersaw in this tournament.
Prepare
And
for battle.
I can see the badge on his on his hero icon is a Grandmaster tier Timbersaw. And this is such a good Timbersaw game. Besides the Silent from Scarab Mage, I don't think other heroes can stop Wumi Timbersaw this game.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be very hard, very difficult for him. Womi...
You saw that coming.
Yeah, it's already spamming the Grandmaster Timbersaw voice line.
The good lucks get exchanged, and mentality monsters will definitely need quite a bit of that luck.
Yeah, they do.
I don't even know what the Phantom Lancer's win rate is because we haven't seen the Phantom Lancer. Like I don't even know what he does.
30 seconds to battle.
I don't know, man. I would imagine that there were so many other heroes out there rather than a PL.
Yeah.
Against the Nature's Prophet. You could have just gone for the Drow, for the Clinks again, for well, a Lifesteal or anything really. Like as far as the Phantom Lancer is concerned, I think my imagination takes me to just about every other carry hero in the game being a lot stronger. Heck, you could have picked up a Faceless Void and that would have been much better.
Yeah, maybe Faceless Void could be better pick.
Battle begins.
Rune Fight.
DB getting hit by the concussive as Drake finds him inside of the cogs. Rapido unable to use the Hoof Stomp though, so it won't really end up with a kill, but mentality monsters do end up with 3 bounty runes.
Okay, great start. That's what they needed. Extra goal to start off the game for the PL pick. I'm looking at this mid matchup. So Evoker going for the EXO level 1. So for the first few wave, Evoker might struggle a bit until he has more skill point to summon the Force Spirit. But also later on, Earth Spirit also have the way to just almost instant kill the Force Spirit with the Q and E. So the landing matchup should be Earth Spirit flavor a little bit. But on the first wave, Invoker doing a great job, managed to secure all the last hits. Yeah, that's something very important for the mid laner. Always important to secure the first wave last hit, so they will have early bottle timing or the early secure level 2 timing.
Let's see, how do you feel this top lane is going to fare? I feel like you talked about a lot about the Phantom Lancer as DB does get hit by the Spirit Lance as well as a concussive shot, but Womi, he is that body on that front line. So I don't think that's going to change all that much. But what about this bot side? Dreamosol against a Centaur and a Clockwork. 2 melee heroes against these 2 ranged ones.
Shouldn't be hard for Nature's Prophet and the Bane. Also with the Nature's Call Summon. Dreamer Cell should be able to out-trade both of them. Even melee hero, they are normally good versus the summons because they have the built-in Stark Shield. But still, they get zoned out by these summons here. You can see to the summons already, and might be able to giving the first blood away. Okay, forced to use his crop defensively to keep himself safe. Oh, the reset. That was close. And
Yeah,
Sunstrike?
Drake is very low. As Porter 2, he does have the potential for a Sunstrike. Would be enough damage to take out the Drake. Not anymore. He has a Tango heal. And another factor is you can't really go in for the cogs aggressively because you have the Nightmare. Right, so Drake goes in, you get Nightmare. Rapido goes in, you get Nightmare. So now he's going to be using those cogs to burn away the mana from Deco and Dreamosol while he can. I would say not that bad, but we do see a bit of difference developing in terms of lost hits. Rapido only on about 8 or 9 now, while the Phantom Lancer is only on about 12. But I suppose a lot of the lost hits of the Nature's Prophet are also on the cogs.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe some of it come from the power clocks. But still, he's outlaning the Clockwork and the Centaur right now. And as he get higher level, it should be easier. Oh, Centaur managed to get the Lotus. That's something that might help him to survive. If NP or Bane trying to kill the Centaur, the extra healing from the healing Lotus actually matter a lot. For the top lane, Timbersaw did go for 1 point on the reactive armor. Normally we can see Timbersaw go for some skill point on the Timber Chain for the extra kill potential. But there's no stun yet on the Wind Ranger, so maybe they need to wait for 1 more level on the Wind Ranger to unlock the Shackle Shot in order to get a kill in the lane.
Juju walking away, but Phantom Lancer, CJ will lose his courier. And now CJ is in a bit of trouble. Womi, or rather even Deco comes in. Shackle Shot is not going to land, allowing CJ to doppelganger away, but the Power Shot slows him down. Brainstab also comes in, and they know who the real Phantom Lancer is. So Womi with one Whirling Death will take him out. However, Deco will get traded. Perhaps Womi might also die, or Womi might get another kill. Who really knows, because it's just 2 supports against him. They have the flares coming out by Juju. Should be able to find this kill with a concussive shot as well as another Mystic Flare. Juju will find that kill.
Yeah, also before the Timbersaw died, he drew the wave toward the Dire base. So he managed to double wave the Dire creep wave, which means even he dies, so if he respawn now, still have the wave pushing into his side. There's two big creep wave going to his side, and I feel like that death is okay. He managed to get a PL kill for the first blood and force the support rotation to the top lane, and that death is okay. Good trade.
I'm surprised that Dreamosol
Direborn.
didn't teleport there to help Womi, because it kind of felt like Juju would have died had Dreamosol showed up.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't see why. Yeah, he should be there, right? Should be there with the teleport. Maybe he wasn't looking. I don't know. Half health now on Lupito. He does have the health Iron Will for some extra armor and health regen.
Did I hear a squeak?
Rapido is also very low on his HP. Is going to get Nightmare down. The Dream ain't going to enter, and there's the Sprout. Rapido, Sunstrike is going to miss, as he will be able to walk away, but he's very low on his HP. Helm of the Iron Will enable him to regen back up, but it's going to take a while.
Yeah, he still has the healing Lotus, so that
What
might
do?
help. Middle?
Mid lane is going to be encroached upon. He is squeezed between 3 heroes. He is going to get pushed out by the cogs. This is actually helping him out, as Mamang Daya will need to find the rolling boulder to strike against Porter 2. He will instead use the boulder smash, which does not land. Porter 2, though, with the magnetize, will just fade away as Dreamosol finds the kill on Drake. Overall, a favorable exchange for Mentality Monsters, even though their Phantom Lancer is in a bit of a bind. CJ will be able to doppelganger away, but this is, again, doesn't seem all that good, especially since Juju might just die over here. DB with the wind run, a few lost right clicks will do the trick.
Radiant's courier
Has that power shot, will not land it.
courier has been
A strike?
killed.
Ooh. Close one. Haven't seen any good Sunstrike from Po5 this game. Has been missing like, most of his Sunstrike.
Considering they have the Nightmare, right? That's especially towards that bot lane kill. They used the Nightmare, brought in the Treants close by to use the Sprout. I would imagine that you break the Nightmare with the Sunstrike and then use the Sprout. You know, so that you optimize that damage, you guarantee the kill on Rapido, which would have been there since he survived by only about 100 HP or even less.
Yeah. But overall, still okay for Po5. Not the worst starting for the Invoker, and Team Po5 is owning a top lane pretty hard. Managed to kick out the PL back to the base. And Dreamers are also doing great on the bottom lane, so all 3 lane is actually considered okay for Direborn in this early game.
Rapido will come back. Once again, there's that Nightmare. Sunstrike this time around. They will find the right sequence and will land the Sprout. Unfortunately, Rapido does seem to have too much HP on him. Body blocks coming in from the Bane are not going to be enough. Rapido should be able to walk away from this. Drake. Oh no, rather, Deco found the Brain Sap. Juju and Drake will come in, but Dreamocell will just teleport away. Past the range of the cogs, nothing really to do. Deco doesn't have enough mana for the Nightmare, unfortunately, so he can't secure the Shrine of Wisdom that he really wants. And in the end, another Sunstrike is gonna land on Juju. Deco has the magic stick coming back in 4 seconds. Unfortunately, it was too low. Juju, though, gets taken out. And these Treants, they're protecting the shrine, Yuheng. Drake can't secure it. He just has to wait it out. Eventually, they'll get the shrine, but it's the first time I'm seeing this kind of a play happen.
Yeah, me too. Another Sunstrike might be coming. But Drake need to be careful. You need to be more patient. There's no teleport yet from Nature's Prophet, but they also need to watch out for the Wrath of Nature. Might be able to get a kill with it. Okay, finally the Clockwork can pick up the the shrine after waiting for so long. But yeah, really good micro coming from Dreamocell, sending the baby Treants to help out his Bane. Managed to get a kill with it. Good play.
Phantom Lancer, though, has no semblance of farm over here. He has to jungle up. Most of the losses we see on the Phantom Lancer are just neutral creeps. As Womi takes up part of the Tier 1 tower all by himself, he really doesn't have any need for the Wind Ranger to be here. And there's 1,000 net worth difference between Dreamocell as well as and CJ.
Yeah, and Rapido also, he was full HP, now he's...
Po5 is going to get jumped once more. He is going to attempt with the teleport, will not be successful since he gets pushed back by the cogs. Magnetize is on him and he should be dying over here. Finds the lost right click on Juju, might be enough for Juju to actually die. He's able to find that kill, and in fact, they even get Drake out. So it's a 2-for-1, and as Po5 got about, I would say, how much gold did he have? 165 gold as he died? I think that's okay for Direborn. They even find the Nightmare on Mamang Daya, and Womi is coming in. Shackle Shot is gonna land. Most of Mamang Daya's HP gets taken away, and they punish this Earth Spirit. A 3-for-1 exchange.
Yeah, Po5 is really happy for this exchange. I think he don't mind to trade his life for 3 kills. And they also managed to punish all 3 of the heroes. Yeah, that's a pretty good exchange for Direborn.
Consider it done.
Bottom, Deco might be in trouble. They missed a bird grenade, but I guess still enough to get this kill.
Deco is attempting to get out of this position. Oh, they even have Juju coming in with that hoof stomp by Rapido. That should be enough for a kill. It's not the best kill in the world, but at the very least, they can, you know, build up some kind of map pressure, because right now Womi and Dreamocell pretty much have a free game.
Oh, they see the Dreamocell farming in the jungle with the Observer Ward. This is a good kill.
Concussive shot, silence, boulder smash, and the grip from Daya is going to be a very easy kill secure. Dreamocell was very low on his HP and should have seen that play coming, honestly. They brought in 4 heroes on that bot side, and he did see that.
Yeah, he wasn't prepared for that one. He thought he's safe, and didn't know there's an observer watching him on that cliff. Good ward placement from the crowd word earlier.
Radiant's bottom
Bane is
tower
level
is under
6
attack.
now. He does have the grip.
Radiant's
Maybe they can make a
structures
play
are
with it. Grip into Sunstrike. Maybe he can get a big kill. And they also have the Wrath of Nature. There's a lot of like global damage. They have the setup. They might need to use it now to get some advantage.
OK，兄弟们，全体目光向我看
Radiant's
齐
bottom
啊！
tower has fallen.
Evoker,
Radiant's structures are fortified.
going for the Meteor Hammer build. The classic, the meta Evoker build right now. Meteor Hammer into Travel, into the Ghost Walk Academic Shot. So he could keep farming and walking around with a Ghost Walk on the map.
DB
And Direborn,
almost very close to the focus fire, but Juju now has his Mystic Flare, Yuheng. So maybe you know you can look for the hookshot Mystic Flare combos, but still quite a few ways away for Drake to be able to acquire that hookshot. Womi is going to go, okay, Drake, never mind. I suppose that was a handshake deal.
great.
However,
Sunstrike.
unfortunately, because Drake didn't stop the teleport, that's going to be a lot of damage by Womi, and they will lose their Centaur as a result.
Okay, that's a pretty big one. Getting the Centaur kill, not just a good core kill. They also free